Hello, boys.
Oh,
Welcome back to another one of these funny little things. Let me just check everything is moving along. I think it is. Yeah, it is. We're rocking. All right, guys, how are we doing? So, if you're in from previous ones, I've changed the UI a little bit. We're looking a bit more prim and proper. I'm in here tonight with Mr. Tweed. How you? I've already asked you, but how you doing, man? How you doing?
doing better than that bus.
All right, yeah, we're gonna have to go over this bus. We're gonna have to go over this bus. This bus is crazy. It just sent me some pictures of this bus earlier on that was near you that had just crunched itself through like 4 railings. I thought for a second that it was your bus home. I was like, oh no. But I suppose that
Luckily, no.
That wouldn't have been such an
issue. It was
issue.
at the peak of work. Yeah. It was during my work days. I was like, yeah, not my monkey, not my circus.
Well, around here, if that was your bus where I live, that would have been you done. You'd be waiting there for like an hour and a half for the next one. But I suppose in London, it's not that big a deal.
As much as I hate living in London, the fact that I can only have to wait 15 minutes for another bus is amazing.
Yeah, I do envy that. I mean, I was in Amsterdam the other month.
Runaway 5. Hello there. Hello 5. Hello Runaway 5.
Hello.
I had to take a moment to read it properly.
Not another Jan Hamilton situation.
No.
We've got Runaway 5. Hello there, mate. How are you doing this evening? I'm expecting a few more people. I mean, usually we've got 4 people in the stream already. That's gargantuan numbers compared to usual.
I've also noticed you jumped up to 404 subscribers now.
Yeah, it's been about 40 something or just under in the last couple of days. But it just shows when you start doing things a bit more regularly, people notice. But no, it's great, awesome to see so many people join in. This is super cool. So I've kind of structured this one a little bit better than previous ones. So I've got like some multiple sections that we're going to do. You'll see it like scrolling down at the bottom. Those are like some little sections of the stream that you can expect to happen. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of go through that. I'm not actually painting this model on today. This is a little piece of eye candy on the screen. I'm actually probably going to be doing some work on these Orcadians, but that's just some background stuff. But anyway, so narrowly avoided that bus that was like completely crunched. I'm glad you made it anyway and you didn't die.
No. No, apparently the electrical buses have power surges occasionally, so it just caused it to go full force forward. So the poor bloke had no choice but to ram it into the railings to avoid hitting anyone.
Damn, that's crazy. At first I thought, oh god, has there been a terrorist attack or some shit like that? I was like, oh my god.
No, luckily nothing of that.
Excellent.
Just unfortunately a runaway electric bus.
So what are you working on tonight, mate?
So tonight I am building some of Naval Raiders that I printed yesterday. Naval Raiders is for Trench Crusade, because that's my main system, and they're a sub-faction of the Heretic Legion. They're more like, well, as the name, like Naval Raiding Party. They're meant to be like more scuba orientated, coming up from like submarines and.
Oh wait, hold on. Is there a naval aspect to Trench Crusade?
There isn't like naval battles, but they're like a themed naval unit.
Right. Okay, that's cool. That's something I know. I've never seen a war game tackle naval stuff before. There's probably some historical systems.
There are some historicals. There are some fantasy ones that are a part of it. So I was just wondering who's at the door at this time.
Oh yeah, you go for it.
No, someone else is getting it.
Alright, cool.
But no, there are some systems that do it.
Yeah.
But one thing I normally find is, I don't know about you, because you're fucking up yonder of me, but for me, especially in London, the more north I go, the more historical wargaming is more popular.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know because I haven't like gone south in terms of like wargaming, but there are a lot of people up here that are into it. I think there's a lot more people than you'd think that are into historical stuff over Warhammer and all that kind of stuff. There's a guy near me who does a lot of Napoleonic stuff. All that stuff it's cool, but it's like I've already got so much stuff going on that I'm already invested in. I don't think I'd be very surprised if I ever get into it. So Runaway 5 says that would be really cool, but if GW were to do that, I'd be out of even more money.
Well, they did do a naval warfare game, Dreadfleet, I think it was called. It was like kind of like a one-off remaster of a game that they did.
So,
yeah.
And when you say naval, you mean like in the sea, not like
it was Warhammer Fantasy Naval.
Damn.
Like there was Chaos Dwarfs that had like a mechanical kraken. The High Elves had dragons that they used to attack and to propel them forward. The Empire had a steam-powered ship that had a giant hammer in the front of it. They just used that to hit people. It was really fun. It just never took off. And it was
it's pretty niche, but I can imagine it being pretty fun. I mean, most of naval combat before they had cannons would just be ram the enemy ship and jump on it. So it was more or less just melee, but with some ships in it, really. But I suppose, obviously,
the Romans had the whole. Romans basically had like a gangway rotating plank that they'd just hook onto the ship and funnel their men up. It's bonkers to think that it was basically just land combat on boats.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's just melee with extra steps, really. I mean, obviously they do a little bit of archery and chuck their pilums and stuff like that, but yeah. But then it wasn't so much. I think until the longbow came out, I don't think there was much archery really back then. No.
Warhammer Dreadfleet came out in 2011. Yeah.
2011. Really? That's quite recent. Yeah. It's recent in my estimation.
That's 15 years ago.
Yeah, okay, that's not that recent, I guess. I think of 2011 as being like, I don't know. What was I doing in 2011? To be fair, that was some time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm right. What do you think about all the new stuff that's come out, all the Adepticon releases?
So I stayed up and watched it because I just couldn't fall asleep that night. So I was all right, I'll watch it. I watched Mordian Glory cover it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did because the audio for the whole conference was scuffed. You know how you were muted for the first 40 minutes of your stream?
Yeah.
At least you managed to fix it. They didn't, and it was just horrendous. But apparently, according to people who were there, they're like, it actually worked. They actually had proper mics and everything worked until literally they went live and everything broke.
You think they would have learned?
Which is why they were I know, which is why I remember someone saying on Reddit, it's like they need to release a technical difficulties t-shirt at this rate.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to become a proper synonymous thing, like a joke for many years to come now. You can do it once, but you can't do it twice.
2011, 5 years ago, right?
Yeah. I know though. It feels like, in terms of wargaming and stuff, it's like, man, I'm still thinking about Dark Vengeance, and that's probably 10 years ago.
I was camera knitting.
Oh, thanks, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, you know what it is? Let me just switch back to that just real quick, since somebody's complimenting me.
Stroking that ego.
Oh, you've got me on a semi now. I've switched back to the Sentinel view, right? So,
is it half mast?
Yeah. I'm
tied back to the nautical thing.
Since I'm propping a tent up over here now, it's super easy, right? But it is super cool, right? I think that must have taken me about 10 minutes to put on, but do you know what it is? It's a conversation starter. And don't you like a little conversation starter? If somebody comes past the table and, oh, let me just get my hands real close so you can hear me hands rubbing. Someone comes to the table and is like, oh, that looks nice. How'd you do that? Come here, son, I'll fucking tell you. It's one of them. So yeah, thanks, man. Keep showing more. Okay. Right. I'll put something else that's front of the screen. I just want to have a little look. I want to hear Mr. Tweedman. I want to hear your
my thoughts on things.
I want to hear your thoughts on the here it is. I'm showing it now, but
I love the fact it has the old helmet.
Hell yeah, baby!
I love the fact it has the old helmet.
There it is now. I just popped it up on the screen.
Yeah, I just saw it. The thing is like, if this is how Primaris released, I don't think anyone would have a problem with Primaris.
Dude, exactly, man.
And like seeing this, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, please make a Primaris tactical squad.
Yes. No, I'm with you.
I want that back.
I'm with you, dude.
But I don't think they will. I don't think they'll do it. But I'm like,
saying that though, I saw a comment today on one of the things that I posted, and I thought, you know what? I actually think there's something to that. I think they might actually release a tactical squad, just so they can totally phase out the old tactical squad, and the old guard can't go entirely mental, because they can say, well, there's a new tactical squad, you can go buy that one. I think that's a possibility. I think, well,
yeah.
I honestly, I'd be able to make peace with that. So I think it would be the sound move of that part. Another thing that I thought was a bit different between the old one and the new one is I feel like the shoulder pads are a little bit bigger. Or do you think that's just in my head looking at it?
I think they're the old shoulder pads.
That's what I thought, because to
be honest,
in that reveal video, like, hold on, let me get it up here. Look how, make sure that volume's down. Look how the first thing they show in the model.
I can't wait to get those BAs onto the table. BA? Oh, Blood Angels.
The first thing they show is this, and this is a clip, a direct image of the shoulder pad to me. So it's like they're wanting you to look at the shoulder pad. Looking at it comparatively to the Primaris ones, there doesn't seem to be anything physically different about it, like in terms of its surface level appearance. But when I look at it on the model, it looks bigger than I'm used to seeing, and when I was comparing it to a Primaris, it seems to look chunkier. It's hard to say because it's the pose, the miniature, and it's like the angle and stuff like that. But it seems to me like if you were going to try to make it firstborny, that those big ass shoulder pads that are like so much bigger as a surface than anything else on the model is what you do to give it that silhouette. But anyway, I might just be fucking imagining that. Other than that, it's just the head, and then these legs are like flatter instead of having the round kneecap bits, and I don't think there's anything different about the backpack, so that literally is it, really.
No, they do look good. I mean, there's only so much you can do with a Space Marine. But
Runaway 5 says they do look bigger. Runaway 5, yeah, I think they do as well, dude. I think they do as well. But again, it's it might be different. It might matter.
Yeah. Other things from the showcase, especially 40k wise. The new guard vehicles. I love them.
I love them too. I love them too, dude. They're perfect. They're just.
This is the dumbest thing though. Is we've just gone back to it's guard, but World War II.
Yes. But
because don't tell me the fact that I think it's the Centaur they've called it. It does not look like an M1 half track. You cannot tell me it's an M1 half track.
It's like
the rear half of it is an M1 half track.
Let's have a look.
Just straight down to the bogies as well.
I'll get it up so we can just have another little look at it. It's you know what? People are using that as a point to complain. Oh, it looks like World War 1 and 2 vehicles. So do all the rest of the guard vehicles. Like, this isn't anything new, and that's why I love the guard vehicles, because they look like real things. Here it is, the Centaur.
Yeah, it's the one thing I like about the Garden. It's why I'm drawn to them. Is like they are like a semi-realistic faction based in reality, while everything else is so sci-fi. And I know they shoot lasers and they have like fantasy, like sci-fi stuff, but they still feel so grounded in reality.
Yes.
The new guard box is such an amazing must-buy. The new vehicles are amazing. Runaway 5. Yeah, the new box does look amazing.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect for anybody who's already got an army as well.
Yeah. The half-track looks like an M8 Greyhound. Right. I'm going to disagree with you on that one.
Let's have a look. Let's have a comparison.
I don't think it looks like an M8 Greyhound. It looks more... Yeah, it doesn't look like an M8 Greyhound.
Okay, so this is an... Let me get a good picture. So this is the M8 Greyhound. Yeah. And that is the Taurox. I mean...
Yeah. I'd say, honestly,
anything like a... Oh, maybe he means the other one.
It looks more like a Saladin.
I think he might mean
the Hippogriff. Yeah, the Hippogriff looks more like it. Yeah, the Hippogriff is what he's referring to about the M8.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes
sense.
But
I'd say, honestly, the Hippogriff looks more like a Saladin than anything else.
Yeah. Okay, I can kind of get where he's coming from with that.
Yeah. It's an M3 half-track, sorry.
Yeah, somebody said it looked like a Puma.
Yeah, the front nose and the curved plate at the bottom does look like a... let's see if I remember it. It's an SDKFZ 233 is the chassis, which is what it looks like.
A what? Is that
SDKFZ 233. That was the German designation of that chassis, which is sort of similar to the
FDKFZ 233.
Yes, I can't remember what SDKFZ stands for.
Damn, bro, is that off the top of the dome? Did you just remember that off the top of the dome? Damn, son.
Yeah, I can tell you for straight off the fact that the main German transport of their half-track was SDKFZ 251.
Wow.
I'm big into military history, so I'm just like,
awesome.
I have...
That's cool.
I'm a encyclopedia knowledge.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I don't think it... I know it's the same kind of thing, but it's still a little bit of a way off. I mean, I think it's... They do look like historical vehicles, I get you, 100%. The people who say that they're historical, they definitely are. But I think there's just enough of the guard in them, so they work. And I do love them. A lot of people say that the turret is comically large on the Hippogriff. And when you look at it, it does actually look quite big, doesn't it? I don't know if I mind it, though.
There's quite a lot of vehicles that have, like, small wheelbase, but ridiculously large turrets.
That's one of them. That's the options. Let me scroll down to that box. I mean, that's an absolutely brilliant box. That's like, I would buy that, and then I mean, everybody, like, the Rogals are quite a new thing, so most people probably aren't inundated with Rogals like they are with Lehman Russes. So I'll take that Rogal all day. But then the rest of it is a perfect little little scout force. You put them boys in the back of that truck and send those AFVs out with some sentinels laughing.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about oversized turrets, like the AML 90. That's like a four-wheeled vehicle with a ridiculously sized turret.
AML 90. Let's have a look at that. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, you can't tell me it's not realistic. Look at the ratio on that. That's insanity.
Oh, the stream's just come up with the SDKFZ 233.
Oh my god, man, that's an insane ratio.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a silly little thing.
I'll tell you, it must, every time you fire it must force the vehicle into reverse. That's cool.
I can't speak from like real world statistics on it, but playing it in War Thunder, yeah, it does rock quite a bit.
Okay. That's cool. It's like the same like tactical philosophy as like a destroyer ship is in naval combat, and it's like a little guy, but he's got the big fucking guns, and that's all he does. He's looking for the big boys. That's class. All right.
Yeah, there's already an image I've seen of the new Hippogriff where someone's put tracks on it.
Right.
And I'm like, oh god, I kind of don't hate it with tracks. It kind of looks good.
Oh yeah, edited it so Hagrid was sticking out the top of it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought.
How do we turn this car into a tank?
Yeah.
Put tracks on it. Yeah, I must say the new guard box is great. It's just popped up on screen.
Perfect. Like, mate, I'm 100% getting that box. But the other thing I want to discuss with you is the new orc boy. What are we reckoning about this fella?
I like him. He looks proper orky. Like the whole Snakebite faction that got released and kind of became the main orcs.
Yes.
Really put me off them.
Yeah, mate, I'm 100% with you.
But the biggest thing else of all, motherfucking Wazdaka is back.
Wazdaka. So is he a historical character, is he?
Yeah. He's the leader of the Evil Sons. He wants to make the best raceway in the galaxy.
Oh, yeah, I've heard this, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he is the leader of the Evil Sons, which is why he has, like, that comical, like, booster of, like, exhaust flare effect out of the back of his bike. And it's, like, it's so comical, but I love it.
I'd be taking it off, personally. It's too much. It's too much for me.
Oh no, I'd leave that on. I'd leave that on.
I don't like the way that he's like 3 inches into the air off of that big bit on his base that makes him like he's flying up into the air. I'd probably be taking that off as well. I think it's like when you put stuff like that on a model, you're just so I don't know. It's such like an extra subjective aesthetic thing, isn't it? So, where did I put that? But no, the orc boy. There's something about that face. It's a return to a proper orky face. I feel like the new ones look evil, but like orcs aren't evil, if you know what I mean. I say like
they're just chaos.
They just do stuff we don't like, but that doesn't make them evil.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
But I mean, like, looking at the orc boy, like the axe, the fact that it's jagged and it has like a nut at the end of it, and the fact that it looks handcrafted, it's gone back to proper orky fashion.
Yes.
It's a proper weapon made improperly.
Yeah, it's a proper slugger and it's a proper chopper.
Yeah, but the other thing I like, it shows how much the detailing is coming across. Did you notice the fact that the hair squig actually has teeth now?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, on the top of his head, there's like little teeth just underneath the ribbon, because that's not actual hair, that's a squig. It's a hair squig. Orcs are just okay. They need a good crumbing. Yeah.
Let me. I'm just pulling up the new looking orcs. I'm putting them beside the old ones. There's like a definite difference how they started doing the heads. I can't quite put my finger on exactly what it is.
Yeah, I have to remember it's like the old orc boys. Like they look like they were made out of blue tack. The sculpts. They are old sculpts. They are old. They're really old.
Yeah, ironically, they do look like they're made out of green stuff.
Yeah. So like seeing them updated, new, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really funny because like this really got me hyped to get back into 40k.
Yeah.
Like, even though I don't think I will ever do it.
Yeah.
It brought me in to be like, oh, this looks really cool. This actually looks like they've actually learned a lot of lessons, and hopefully this is steering the ship in the right path. Because I know Temp was a wee bit decisive for people.
Yeah.
You either loved it or you hated it, kind of thing.
I definitely. Well, I never played it, but from just what I heard about it, it's just like, no, that's not for me. All the stuff about the rules and the missions and stuff is kind of more or less lost on me. Apparently the terrain is a little bit more... Everything seems to be shifting a little bit more narratively, which is a push in the right direction, if you ask me. Maybe I might try it. You know, sometimes, like, obviously I do one-page rules now, but sometimes I feel like I'd love to be able to, like, just go to the hobby shop and just pick up a game with somebody and play, and that's a lot harder to do when you're playing, like, a niche game in an already niche hobby. Yeah, I was sifting through this picture of the Blood Angels, and it looks like nothing in there is anything that's not already released. Except maybe
it'd be interesting to see if there is some more things, some new things.
Let's see what we've got.
But we will. Let's see.
Okay. Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna start doing some painting. Believe it or not. I'll pop that
I'm just gonna
off.
try and.
So, what we got? What we got, you grot?
So, is anyone joining us in the painting as well on stream, or are you the guys
Yeah.
just here for chat and some background noise?
Yeah, I was just about to ask if anybody's working on anything tonight. See what's going on. Also,
Temporal's supposed to be simplify the rules, but in a way that it feels more complicated. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Like
said,
when they said it was going to be simplified, it just updated every 5 minutes. So unless you were like on top of everything, you couldn't.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like unless you're absolutely balls deep in this game and like you're like on top of it all the time, then it's just impossible to play, more or less. Heaven forbid you're someone who doesn't really know, you like use technology, you just can't play 40k. What's that? Would you rather have a codex that's just like set in stone and that's it, or have to keep up with something that gets like changed every week?
I remember playing from years ago. Like updates and FAQs to codexes was rare. Like they didn't happen that often. Like it was kind of the case of if you got a codex, that was what you were having.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, you used to just deal with the cracked fucking shit like a man.
Yeah, but that's kind of the thing. It was just like like a lot of codexes were broken back in the day because there was quite a lot of things were overpowered. But everyone had overpowered things in their codexes.
Working on Aerith statue. Gonna wait for the prime.
Aerith statue?
What is that?
What's an Aerith statue?
What is that? Oh! Have you, Runaway 5, have you sent stuff into me on email? Because I've received some...
Final Fantasy!
Yeah. Oh, that's what that is Aerith. Then. You know...
Yes!
You must be the same
Final
person.
Fantasy 7.
So I put, for anybody in here who doesn't understand what I'm talking about right now, I put a post out on Reddit to get people to see if they wanted to input some stuff via email, and then we go through them and maybe see if we can help you on your painting and hobby and stuff. When I opened your email, dude, I just saw one of the images was just like the lower abdomen of a naked woman. I was like, oh my god, what have I been sent here? But obviously it's just a statue, but it looked real. So I suppose that's there's something to be said about your painting skills. I thought it was a real person at first. I thought it was real flesh. I was like, oh my god, what they dropped me here?
I think it was like a phishing attempt or something.
Yeah, I thought he just dropped me some nudes. I was like, well, thanks, man, but you know, buy me a drink first type shit, you know?
You are a married man.
Yeah, I am a married man. Well, to be honest, I'm not actually married. I'm engaged, but I feel like I'm married. I don't say I'm married. It's pretty much married. I mean, we've been engaged for like 2 and a bit years, so it's just, and we've got a child, so it's like, yeah, it's easier to call her my wife. Like it's less letters to say. All right. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get to that soon, mate. I just want to crack some stuff out. So yeah, I mean, the idea for this stream, what I'm trying to like make it into and make it feel like, is like, you know, back in the day, and I don't, if you were privileged enough to live in an area of the world where games workshops were something that you could go in and go into and visit. Back in the day, obviously they used to let people just come in and just sit there and paint the models. Some stores probably still do it, but you know, when you go in and there'd be like a table of lads, and there'd be banter going, there'd be people sharing tips and stuff. You'd be able to look over at like what people are doing and stuff like that. That feels, to me at least, like it's kind of gone. Like it's very hard to access that. So I'd like this to be the substitute for that. If people come and we all crack our stuff out and start working through that pile of shame together and just chat and shit. That's what I want it to be. Anyway.
My worst problem is I've got a pile of shame.
Yeah.
And a printer.
Yeah.
I can make more pile of shame.
Yeah, pile of shame, go bird.
Pretty much. It's just mental of like, I fancy playing a different army today. print a new one.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is super dangerous. I bet it takes some restraint.
Oh, it really does. I mean, like some STLs I found are amazing. Like the ones I'm using at the moment, like, so the one thing I like about Trench Crusade is it's very like wishy-washy whether you use their official models, as long as they're roughly the same size and the basing is correct. That's all that matters. So they're very good on that regard. And also the rules are free, so.
Okay, okay. Runaway Fight says, I go to a pretty big city to visit a Warhammer store. It just feels awkward now, more salesmen than customers. Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
It used to be like, oh man, going to the Games Workshop. I mean, maybe.
Wait, hang on a second. Have you closed the window of me talking?
Oh no. Wait. No, I haven't, mate. It's just like timed out or something. All right, sorry. We may have.
Oh no, I am talking still. Okay. This
back.
is last time. Last time you took the window away.
Yeah, good spot there. I accidentally made it so we couldn't really hear you again. Yeah, I've got to be careful with that one. Yeah, do you know what it is? It's because I don't know. I don't know why it is. But no, yeah. Runaway 5 says, I go to a pretty big city to visit a Warhammer store. It just feels awkward now. More salesmen than customers. Yeah, it's definitely not what it used to be, is it? I've got a little story about that, actually, about like trying to paint in a Games Workshop, or more so accurately say trying to paint in Warhammer World. So Warhammer World, if you go on the website, they say, oh, we've got the hobby and painting area. So it's like, oh, that's great. You know, I'm going to get my little brother and say, let's go down at Warhammer World. We'll buy a miniature and then we'll build him and paint him there, or we'll just build him and paint a bit of him or whatever we can. Depending on what we've got time for. So we go there, and he gets some character, I get a character. It was going to be like, this is our Warhammer World figure. We're going to sit here and we're going to paint it, and it's going to be a whole thing. That was the idea. Anyway, we probably sat down in that area for about 20 minutes, and they were like, right, guys, that's it. Time to pack up and leave. We're like, what? What? And we got basically like shuttled in and kicked out of the hobby area after about 15 minutes. And I thought, why do we even bother? They need a bigger area. That basically this hobby area that they say they have is about six chairs, and they just revolve people in, and it's more so just to get new people who haven't painted one to sit down and then vaguely tell them how to do something as they walk around and serve other people. And it is sad because it's like, I am a returning customer who's been paying into this hobby for like the best part of 2 decades, who spent thousands of pounds. And it's like, all we wanted to do was come and paint one quick little mini, but no. They need a bigger area there anyway, but that was a very sad experience.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing another pilgrimage to Warhammer World, because it has been a while since I've been there.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it the other day. Oh, I'm using the wrong brush. How long does it take you to
I remember, oh, Jesus.
3 hours?
Probably by train, yeah.
Yeah.
Because at least the train will take you straight there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, I drive down. It takes me about 2 hours. 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
So that's a bit like that. Yeah, I don't drive, so. Yeah, it's an odd concept to think that I don't drive, but living in London.
Yeah, there's no point in driving, is there?
No, and plus, if I was to actually drive, I'd only be able to afford an old motor, which then, thanks to you, Les, I'd have to pay more money for.
Oh, I thought I'd lost my detail brush. All right, we're good.
Oh, God.
We're good. God. Okay. Doing the camo effects on them now.
Fortunately, I can only get 3 bodies, 3 models built today, because unfortunately my printer misprinted 2 bodies, so. But I've still got enough for what I want.
Get some cool little camouflage patterns on the boys. See, this is the bit of the scheme that takes the longest by a damn far amount. Pop.
But it does look good though, camo.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. So we're trying to weigh up, like, is this what I'm doing? Is this actually like worth it? Time into result, and I think it just more or less breaks even on that.
Yeah.
It's you know what, doing all this YouTube stuff, sometimes it really doesn't make any sense what gets views and what doesn't. For instance, that thing that I made, the short story thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing's got like 100 views on it, and then you do other stuff that you think is just some throwaway shit, and you just get 10k on it. It's a bit like,
I know,
oh,
which is
for God's sake, this took me ages, and nobody's watched it.
Camo makes the minis feel more alive. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, more
realistic. I think especially for like
sure.
the guard, definitely camo does make a difference for them. That's why it's kind of one of the reasons why I like the Tanith First and Only so much, is those camo cloaks are so iconic to them. I actually need to finish those books.
I've decided that it's probably not worth it to do it on all the equipment and just keeping that green and making it look chipped. That's what I've decided.
Probably doing it on the blast panel, front of the blast panel, the gun.
Okay.
Yeah, that might. Because I figure if it's facing them, you want it camouflaged.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, it's only a tip.
Well,
okay.
No, we have to do it.
Oh boy, if this fucks up, he's got someone to blame.
Yeah, no, that's it now. I'm going to have to do them all like that now. Who knows how many hours I'm going to spend painting the blast plates of fucking missile launchers now.
I don't know, Chuck, what do you think? Should he paint the blast plate? Oh, he's already doing it. Okay.
I've already fucking completed it.
Here's me, farming community. Because the problem is I'm watching the stream, so that's why I'm so far behind. I'm halfway through the last book now. I don't want it to end. I'm on,
talking about the Gaunt's Ghosts books are great.
I'm on his last command. So I'm a...
Alright. I would love... it seems like I'm currently surrounded by people who are well versed in the... or at least partaking in the literature of 40k. So I've got a few books, right? I'm looking at Steel Tread, Astra Militarum story. I've got the audiobook for Horus Rising. The amount of times I've put Horus Rising on and tried to get into it and just never been able to. I think I prefer the stuff that's set in the 40k. So if anybody's got any recommendations of something that I should read that might actually get me into it, I'd be more than willing to take some recommendations. In fact, I'd be very happy to. I've never quite found one that seemed to pique my interest, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, for on subject of books, for people interested, Chem Docs has just released on Audible. So that's one of the newer 40k books.
What are the Chem
Docs? They're a tunnel fighting specialist.
Fighting
army.
Did you say?
Tunnel.
Tunnel. Right, going.
And they're basically like addicted to chems and everything.
Right. Is chems like fucking stimulants or something?
Basically, yeah.
Right, so they're just loads of big, roided out, jacked, angry ass dudes.
Drugged up, yeah.
Just running through tunnels, fucking people up.
God, forgot how many audiobooks I have. Because I got the Audible subscription, so I get like free credits, and I just
so do I.
Buy random ones.
Yeah, I need to get some more.
Just audiobooks.
I don't
listen to over 100.
I've obviously listened to some. I don't like the ones where it's like constant action, because for me personally, like, there's only so many times I can hear and then he swung his chainsaw back, and then he parried it, and then he swung it back again. That kind of, my brain like ticks out after that. I like the more character-driven ones. I find it really hard to like imagine Astartes and Primox just sat around having conversations with each other as well. It's really weird.
It's really weird, but that's what most of them would be doing. Is especially like Gilliman of all people. Like now that he's back and he's monitoring over the Imperium, yeah, he's basically just more of administration duties.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My partner treated me to the Sabbath World Crusade book. It illustrates all the army's designs and key characters. Nice. No, I'm not gonna lie, I first read that as my partner threatened me with the Sabbath Worlds. So that's one way to get someone to read a book, is to threaten them with it.
Take this fucking book, and by the end of the day, you better tell me what Magnus did or didn't do wrong. Or I'm gonna beat this shit out of you. I'm a big like lore video guy. I really like the lore videos. It's kind of what I put on. I like, if I'm doing a squad of guardsmen, I like to listen to like guardsman lore, or so on and so forth. If I'm painting some Hormiguns, I'll put on the Hormiguns lore.
You want the lore to match what you're painting?
Yeah, most of the time that's kind of how I do it.
Magnus did nothing wrong.
What?
That's an instant ban. No, joking.
No, I don't really know if he did anything wrong or not. I think people seem to have pretty strong and valid arguments on both sides. What do you reckon? You probably know a bit more about me on it. Since I've never actually read Horus Heresy.
Yeah, Magnus did.
I know he did. Yes, some dumb shit.
Did wrong. Yeah, he did wrong by trying to do something good, and then just fucked everything up.
Ooh, so Runaway 5 says, I think Solar War does a great job at combining amazing action, politics, and the absolute horrors of that war. Magnus did nothing wrong. No, he did nothing, and he did it wrong.
Yeah. Somehow you did nothing, and you still did it wrong.
Pop some. We're going in with the other colour in this camo pattern now.
Come on, pop off. There we go. That's the one problem working with resin prints, is they are very brittle sometimes.
Ice Up Rems says, I also just finished the audiobook of the Big Daka. Of Da Big Daka. I love the orcs more now. They're just they are great.
Yeah. It's one thing I will give Games Workshop an incredible amount of credit for, is their audiobooks department is second to none. They are amazing. They are probably the most priciest audiobooks you will ever get, but Naturally. Good lord, they are done wonderfully.
So, did they do them all in-house? Like, how do they actually produce them?
I think they're mostly done in-house.
Really?
Yeah, they have like a very hand-select... They call upon a very select group of narrators and authors to do it.
I always kind of thought that you could just, like, be an author and apply to write one kind of thing. Like, you'd be like, hey guys, let me write one of these, and they go like, yay or nay.
Yeah. ABS resin is very good. I use ABS version 3 resin because I've got an Elegoo satin, so I use ABS. Yeah, get the 16K. So good. It's pricey, but fuck me, it's good though. The quality in detail is immaculate.
I'm gonna have to ask you some questions about it when I get one, when I move into my new gaff. Currently, I can't do it in this gaff because it's too little and I've got the baby and all that stuff. But God.
Oh no, you need some good ventilation
for it. I'll be running that shit like an A10 fucking warthog the minute I get there.
Yeah.
I think mostly what I'm going to stick to, just so I don't like inundate myself with too much, is I'll do some terrain. It's probably the best way to get high quality terrain.
If you want really high detailed terrain, yes. I think it's a little bit of a waste doing it on a resin. I do all my terrain on an FDM printer.
Right. Okay.
Which is the filament one, but there are some
it's a waste
bits of terrain.
Like it's more expensive.
Yeah, because because it's going to be a lot more. So resin is very good for small details, miniatures, and various stuff like that.
Right.
And FDM is really good for bigger stuff. Like my headphone holder on my desk is FDM printed.
Okay.
Like my.
But you can. Is that the one where you can really kind of see the layer lines like quite a lot?
You can. There is ways of mitigating it, printing it certain ways, and
Bollocks, forgot that chest.
changing the layer settings. So, for example, the terrain that I have printed for my Trench Crusade stuff, that's done at 0.16, which you can still somewhat see the layer lines, but it's either the case of it takes 10 hours to print, or if I make it smaller, it will take like a day and a bit.
Right.
What are we, 5? I have an Anycube Phantom Mono 7 Pro. That thing is start and click. Yeah, I moved away from Anycubic. I have had so many problems with them. For the longest time, I did use their resin ones. I had the mono, can't remember which mono I had. But I had so many problems with them that eventually I just got an Elegoo, and I think they work 100 times better.
They do look good. I mean, I was looking at when I was looking into it and doing a bit of research.
And do some acetone smoothing. Yeah, you can do acetone smoothing. I haven't done acetone smoothing myself personally.
Yeah, so the FDM ones, they print in those lines. I've seen them working. I know that they leave
bamboo print as fast. Yep, I've got a bamboo P1S. Which, if you check the last live stream, you can happily hear my printer in the background.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm so used to hearing it, I can sleep with it on.
Not surprised. What, do you have it going in the same room as you? Or
oh yeah, it's right behind me. Oh no, the filament ones you don't really need them. The resin ones you do.
Right, okay, I got you. I thought you're not using your own lungs as filtration.
I live in London. The pollution's going to kill me before the resin will.
Fair play. Oh, I've got to do it on the front plate. Alright, what's the weirdest thing you printed? I'm gonna know.
It's not really the weirdest, but it's the funnest. It's, you know that meme of an Italian hand, like, going back and forth?
Yes.
It's
like
that on a rocker. It's that on a rocker. And it was for my mate's wife. He wanted me to print it for her.
Right, okay.
So I got it and I printed it, and she lost her shit over it. She found it hilarious.
Okay. Can I just get a quick opinion from people just while you guys are looking, if you're looking? I appreciate some of you are probably just using this as audio, but if you do happen to be looking, what do you think about, before I go too far, before I do too many of them, what do you think about this basing scheme? Yay or nay? What are we saying? It's supposed to look like kind of, I kind of like the idea that it's like there's vegetation, but they're also going through like a crumbled, built up area. You know what I mean? I mean, this is a better. There you go. I try to do a different base for every army, but I use the same elements to kind of keep them so, like, if display wise, if all my armies are on the same table, they can look like they're feasibly more or less in the same kind of place. Aiden Lacer says looks great. Alright, cool, that's all I needed. One person give me a compliment, that's it, locked in.
Yeah, because I know for me, when it comes to basing, I have my normal Heretic Legion on just normal mud, but these naval raiding ones, I'm going for more like sand basing. So there's going to be like underwater basing, like them coming up halfway through a beach, and all stuff like that. So I'm basically just going completely different to how I normally would paint them.
I think basing is like, it's so damn important. I think, like, honestly,
basing is the most underrated part of the hobby.
100%. Your models are not finished until they're based, and I would actually go as far as to say it's not like they're 90% finished, and all you need to do is the base. I would go far as far as to say they're only 0.5% completed until you do that base, because one of my friends, he's got like, he must have 100+ town models that are all painted up really nicely, all edge highlighted. He spent hours and hours and hours, but they're all still unbased to this day, and it throws your eye when you look, like, point down at this miniature. One of the first things you see is that base immediately, and it draws your eye, especially when it's just a blank. You know, it's immediately pulls your eye to it, and it pulls your eye away from your miniature. So if you're sitting there, even just painting the rim black is already an improvement. Absolutely, 100% it is. Basing my first models shocked me at how much better it looked. Yeah, dude, it's like, yeah, it's unbelievable. It's like if you're sitting on some unbased miniatures, if you want a quick win, like low amount of time to like visual aesthetic improvement, get some fucking basing done, because yeah, it makes you feel like you've done a lot when you've done quite a little.
Or you could do what one kid in the hobby shop did once and just put them all on see-through bases.
See-through bases?
Yeah, so you know those old flying bases you used to have?
No, yeah, I get you.
He just put them all on that.
That would like distract me
why
even
did
more.
you... Yeah, we're like, well, why did you do that? It's like, so they will always match the table that they're on.
No, bro,
I was like,
now I'm really looking at the bases.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that kind of makes sense, and I hate it.
Yeah. I have a Farsight Enclave on a Forest-like base. Oh, dude. Making rivers and adding foliage is both fun and makes your mini so much... Oh, dude, if you've got any pictures of that, please send that to me in the email again. A Farsight Enclave in a forest. If you've already made any of those, please send me a picture. I want to see that. Yeah, that sounds absolutely awesome. That sounds great, dude. I really want to see that now. So, where are we at? Okay. I'm gonna have a little look at some of the stuff people have sent in. So basically, let me just preface with this. Hayden Lester says my tower getting snow bases. Yeah, that's such a sick idea, dude. I tell you what, let me just say something though, and I have to say it. I feel remiss if I didn't say it, right? He says it's my first army, so I'm very excited. Okay. Let me not dissuade you. If that's what you want to do, please don't let this be a barrier in your way to making them look sick, because they will look sick. I've currently got 4 Lehman Russes sat 3 feet away from me right now. And I did... No, well, let me just show you. What the fuck am I talking about? Hold on.
We have the power of camera and technology.
Technology.
Technologica.
So, here's one of them. Bosh. This was my Cadian Valhallan thing when I was doing them all covered in snow. So this is the Valhallan Blizzard. What's it called? Something Blizzard from Games Workshop. So, as you can see, this was from a little while ago. So let me just zoom this back out a little bit so you can properly see. Right. I know it's not as good quality when I zoom out into 0.5, but I put all this stuff on, and I thought 420, what a fucking joker. I put all this stuff on. Now that actually is some blood, and it looked really cool. And on the table, they get loads of compliments. But then I wanted to change to the green, which I've obviously done, and I've got green tanks now. Problem is, if you go with this Blizzard stuff, it never comes off. So just make sure that you're 100% certain that you want to put this stuff on the tanks before you do it, because there is no bloody well going back, believe me. It is rock solid. So, but yeah, very classic, like Dawn of War Winter Assault vibes. I really do.
They do look cool.
I really do like what do you call it? I really like winter themed stuff.
One thing I liked with the alternative Hellhound model was the Forge-World one that they had, where it was just like one big tank they had. Instead of like 4 little ones, it was like one big tank on the back.
Okay, so let's have a look. Sent you the pics. All right, mate. I'm going to check that out in just a second. Hayden Leicester says, I'm sorry, I might be butchering your name. Let me actually read that properly. Hayden Lasseter. Is that right, Hayden Lasseter? That's sick. I'm not confident in my ability to sell that effect. So the story is now that the snow has already fallen over my battlefield. All right, cool, man. Yes. Yeah, no, that's a good way to do it, man. Especially if it's
you can
your
only ever
first
get
army.
better from trying.
Exactly. Right. If it's your first army, definitely something that's so permanent. I wouldn't recommend you went down the route that I did. Definitely. That's awesome. Pretty much, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna say my real name, but pretty much nobody I've ever met says my name right the first time, like ever. So, yeah, I get it. Well, snow makes everything look better.
Most people I know can't even say tweed correctly.
Tweed? What did he say instead of tweed?
I had someone once on CSGO pronounce it T-weed.
T-weed?
Just like, how do you even do this?
That's hilarious, dude. T-weed, dude. That's such a sick nickname. Like, that should be your street name, bro. If you started slinging crack on the corner, we'd be calling you T-weed. T-weed. That was brilliant. I love that, man. I wish you were called T-weed all the time now.
Don't do drugs, kid. Actually, what are we saying? We're in a Warhammer stream. We can't afford it.
Wow, yeah. Not anymore. Yeah, I'm already on the crack. It's just plastic. Okay, I'm gonna have a little look. See if you've emailed me. I know you said you have. I'm just gonna check. I've got it. Farsight Enclave. All right. There we go. Some. Oh. Classic, man. I'm looking at it now. Ooh, is that shield? What is that? That's definitely a GW Riptide, but that shield, is that shield? Sorry, I'm gonna put it on stream so everyone can see it. Is that shield? Where do you get that from? Does that come in the kit? I'm gonna pop it up on stream so everyone can see it now. This is what we're looking at. Might take everybody a little bit to catch up for everybody, Mr. Tweed. Obviously, you can't see it until about 15 seconds after I do. But I've popped up Runaway Fives.
Yeah, that's it is a printed shield.
Printed shield. It looks sick, but it's the base that I wanted to check out. So, it's a good job. Got a touchscreen laptop. Classic, man. Oh, I love how you've done it in fork. That's great. They look great. Tau look great on like rocky grassland bases, especially when you've got like such a colourful scheme going on. Oh, that's great, man.
Oh, that looks good. That's amazing.
I love it. It's so classic.
The red and blue, and the slight blurring of the white looks really clean. Yeah,
it's not something I've seen before, actually. I don't recall seeing too many.
Enclave?
No, just like a red, black and blue scheme for Tau. So, you sent me some stuff for us to have a look through and see if we can give you any tips. So basically the idea is, or was in fact, someone sees your stuff. The idea with all that stuff is that there's us two as well, and there's a fella called Gabe, and he's going to be part of these things. He's not here tonight, but he is a multiple-time Golden Demon winner. So he really knows what he's talking about when he's a commission painter. That's what he does for a living. He literally paints Warhammer for a living. It's what he butters his bread with. And so I feel like I'd really like to have him to be able to dispense the highest level of advice that it probably possibly could. But since you're here, I'm not going to deprive you of it. I just want to preface it with that, just to let you know that, you know, that's where we're at.
And we're not professionals by any stretch of the imagination.
Exactly. I mean, I've been doing it a long ass time, and I got a couple tutorial videos that done pretty well. People seem to like the way I do things, so I don't want to be sat here as an authority figure, you know. Anyway, yeah, dude, it's a bit of a legend. Okay, sorry. Let's go. Some people have said some stuff. Hayden Lester, that's such a fucking idea. Hayden Lester says, "Oh wow, that's insane. Ghost Keel base is much better. The Ghost Keel base. Okay, I'll show that. Where we go? I shall show the Ghost Keel base.
Yeah, the dude is a bit of a legend. Yeah, just a small one. Just, you know, nothing biggie. Not like the biggest painting event of this entire hobby.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah, I love the little tuft. Oh, that was. Oh, damn. That water effect's really good. Look at that. That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. I've never played around with those. Was it some kind of like acrylic, like hot setting thing, or did you do like a? Is it hot glue? How do you go about doing that? Is it like a special acrylic product that you get to do it specific? I like the way that it's like water falling over the base. That's really awesome.
Oh yeah,
really
you can buy puddle. You can buy puddle formulas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've used them before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
AKA puddles.
There we go.
Oh.
Sorry, I wasn't showing it. I popped it up. Yeah, no, that's looking really good. Damn. Yeah, I'm jealous of that. I love the way that you've made the waves ripple. It looks properly well done, mate. Properly well done. Obviously, like the way that I know you haven't asked for any advice on the paint job on these, but obviously the way you've done these is obviously like it's a stylized. You've obviously used an airbrush here. I mean, when I look at these models, my pal's a Tau player, and the amount of edge highlighting.
Yeah, the water effect.
It's good, isn't it?
That's
the amount of edge highlighting that you have to do for Tau is painstaking. I mean, you do all the layers and wash the whole thing and then relayer, and then every single one of these rivets needs to have a highlight on the edge of it. I do not envy the people who go down that route. So if I was like you, I would go down the route of the way you've done it with the airbrush, where you kind of like
no, just super cheap PVA glue.
Hell yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's great, isn't it? That's awesome. PVA glue. He's done it with PVA glue. Dude, you've done it really well with PVA glue.
I must say, especially the white of the helmets is crisp.
I'll zoom right back in again. He's done really well with bloody PVA glue for that. That looks great. Looks like you bought the specific product to do it. Dude, I put that Ghost Kill aside and finished it. Alright, fair play, man. Yeah, cool. No worries. Man's really gone all in on the base before he's finished the model. That's great. That's fair play, dude. Yeah, but no, I mean, even if I wouldn't even attempt to do edge highlighting. So even if you're 80% of the way, yeah, I would just do Xenosaurs on big battle suits.
I do a lot of edge highlight.
Honestly, if I have to do edge highlighting, I don't pick the model. So dumb.
I mean, you saw the Krieg I did. It's like they have a lot of edge highlighting on their cloaks. So it's just like, yeah, I'm used to doing it.
Alright, let's check you out. So let's have a look at what else you sent in that you wanted some advice for showcasing on. So I'll get onto that now. I'll just minimize it so we don't see your personal email. Okay, where are we going? Where are you? I'll not say your real name. 4 models. It's even been the one I finished yesterday. I'm working on Aerith next, so I'd appreciate feedback on that one. And I have the Logan Grimnar. So this statue thing, God, it looks, how big are those things? So I've never ever in my life even attempted to paint a statue, so I don't even know how I go about. I mean, the flesh looks extremely realistic already. Let me just pop it up. I think that you've done the textiles really, really nicely on it. I'm just going to, everybody can see it now. There we are. I'll just wait until Mr. Tweed can see it as well. I think you've done the textiles really good. It really looks like scratched denim. Done that very well. This was the image that that was all I saw.
It's bigger than an Imperial Knight.
So it's a whole different type of thing, to be honest, mate. Like, there's a whole different way that you would approach something of this size compared to like a, dare I say it, like a miniature. I suppose that, you know, obviously it's a miniature in a way, but it's not like at the 28mm scale that I'm personally used to working with. But for what I can see, it looks great. I think what's letting it down is there's something about the face is maybe a bit flat, but, and the hair has maybe not got enough different tones in it. But that's the thing is, there's a completely different method to how you would try to go about that with a bigger model.
Oh wow.
And I wouldn't even know exactly how to say, you know, how to advise you to do that. So it's not something I can really touch, but I'll show it. And I think it's really cool. And yeah, as I was saying, that what is on the screen right now is it's all I could see. I was like, what has this guy sent me?
Yeah, faces are my biggest challenge. Yeah, faces are always hard in general.
Yes,
it's why I like painting people with masks.
Yeah, my pals like
I think honestly, just like a little bit of detail in the hair would definitely make it pop. Very similar to what you've done with the like miniskirt, is trying to do a little bit of edge highlighting to pick up some of the hairs. Because if you look at a head of hair, depending where the light is, it's not all just one color. It's multiple layers of color. So even just doing a little bit lighter will definitely make it pop. I'm not saying I put like gray streaks in it, but just 100%. A little bit more just help pop it.
Yeah, get your black that you used and then touch a little bit of grey into it, dry brush that, and then do it again, a little bit of grey, and then work your way into those areas with progressively harder dry brushing into those areas where the light's present. If you take, for instance, my fiance, her hair is ginger coloured, but if you actually look at her hair, there's like 4 or 5 different coloured strands of hair all working together at the same time. And obviously we can't replicate that with miniatures, but it's just you've got to play with as many tonalities as you can within the same area of colour, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there's not much more I can really say, mate, because it's something that's just out of my wheelhouse, and you've done a start better job than I probably do. So yeah, I can't really say too much more. So I'm just going to minimise this before we go on to the next bit that you've showed me. Okay, faces and hair are hell. They are hell, mate. Everybody struggles with hair. Flash is a damn hard thing to do. So where are we at then? Okay, so you know, we may have an issue, brother, because I think you're a good painter. There are a couple of things I might pick up on this, going on to stuff that I know a bit more about, Warhammer stuff. So let's see, you can see it now. Okay, so this off the bat, it looks great, right? But I think I'll just I'll not say too much until Mr. Tweed can see it as well. This is the Dark Angel character of some form. So immediately my eyes are drawn to the lovely hues that you've managed to do, I assume, with airbrush.
Yeah.
The cape's amazing.
Picked up wonderfully.
It is. It's really nice. Very well executed. What I think is letting it down is the brown fur bit with the claw and the green carapace, the green of the backpack. I think these flat colors with a small amount of differential tonalities right next to this amazing piece of multi-toned work is what's letting this miniature down just from this view. I would do, if you're going to do that kind of thing, you probably need to spread it out across the rest of the model, or at least in similar areas, because this is just one flat brown more or less. I'm sure you've got a wash on there, it's hard to see because of the resolution. And the same thing with the green's kind of all one flat color, which in and of itself, you know, wouldn't be so much of an issue, but once you've got past this amazing work down here, it definitely subtracts. So immediately what I would do if you were like, oh, this model's not finished yet, what should I do? That's what I'd tell you to do. I'd say get some progressive zenithal dry brushing going on. Obviously you've got an airbrush, but now that the model's built, that's not something you could do. But you know, breaking out the dry brush and doing some progressively lighter dry brushes up towards the top of the miniature on these parts, the brown bit and on the armor is probably what I would do at that point. That's how I would approach the rest of that anyway.
So
what do you think, mate?
One thing I'd say definitely for the cloak is you're getting the tonality right and where the highlighting should be. I'd say definitely the next step is work on blending the colors a little bit more, because in some areas it's good, in other areas it's quite a sharp contrast, and it all goes down to, in your mind, is what is the material of the cloak actually made out of, because different materials reflect light differently. So like if it's like a cloth doesn't reflect light too well, and it makes the highlights are quite muted and it blends in quite well. So I'd definitely say work on blending a little bit more, and that will definitely make the highlights pop a lot more rather than making it look quite like high and low. You need that mid-tone to support it.
Okay, I've transferred around the front of the to the front of the miniature. Yeah, pretty much the same kind of story. You've got amazing work on that cape, and then there's not much. The colors are very flat on the armor. So you should have done the same thing with your airbrush on the rest of the miniature, or at least like maybe you weren't so confident to do that at that point, or whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to put that in your mouth. And also maybe pay a bit more attention to the base. This is the thing. I mean, you've done such a good bit of work, but then there's bits that are just like detracting from it and letting it down. So you've definitely got the ability. It's just spreading it across choosing where you use that tool. You know what I mean? Can you see that now, mate?
Yeah, I can see. The sword looks amazing.
Yeah, the sword does look great. Yeah, I've got no qualms with that sword. Swords are damn hard to do. I know there's some tricks to do them like decently, but they're really hard to make look really good, and they take a damn lot of time. But what you've done there looks really nice. That's a good way to do it. I mean,
even the armor is just too flat. Like even on the rivets where the light would hit it. Yeah, we can use like the lights we have to help elevate our models highlighting, but we've got to paint on it as well to really emphasize that.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean,
like you've done it a little bit with the boot. I can see it's just dark green armor, and trying to keep it into that Dark Angels green is quite difficult.
You had that higher tone of green, and I think you should have brought that into other elements of the model, basically.
Yeah, I think definitely on the armor, that higher tone should be very edge highlighted, like minimal. Yeah. Like that should be like peak tone on very like where light is hitting it the most.
Now, obviously,
but at the end of the day, we're just two random people on the internet.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, more or less. To be fair, mate. Yeah, and maybe just a bit more attention down on the base. To me, it looks unfinished, and it detracts away from your model, from the good work that you have done. I can't really say too much with details, just simply because the resolution, the zoom's not really working. I don't know if it's the photo you've uploaded or it's just the file via email. But yeah, I can't really zoom much further in than that. But overall, mate, you're doing it really well. How long have you actually been going for? Like, how long have you been doing this for? That'd be interesting to know. Because to me, I mean, yeah, if I was... This is a good tabletop standard. This is good tabletop standard. Let me see what else you've got here. Is there anybody else in chat right now that has sent something in? If so, drop
or
a
would like to
message
send something in.
Or would like to send something in. Obviously, at the top, you've got the ReliksOfWar@gmail.com. Even if it's not for tonight, bank it, remember it, and this is a segment I'm going to do on every single stream, more or less. And we're going to focus in on it more when we've got Gabe here, who is the Don Dada, who knows what he's talking about a lot more. He's going to be on a regular basis, more or less. So that's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. But seriously, painting for 2 years. This is a year ago. Well, yeah, for 1 year in painting, it's really good.
But for a year?
Yeah, it's really good.
Damn, that
you should have seen the shit
for
I
a
was
year's
coming
worth
out
of
with.
painting. You have picked up on some techniques incredibly well.
Yeah. Yeah, no qualms. I mean, I can send something in, but it won't be nearly as impressive as this. Mate, it's not about it being impressive. In fact, I'm actually more looking for people who would want advice. So I've had some people who sent me some stuff that's like really good, and it's like, I don't know what to do with this, man. Like, so it doesn't need to be good.
Yeah.
That's not what we're asking of people. It can be
Like, it'd be like me sending in my mate Fred's Trench Crusade stuff. Like, we can't improve on that. I'm going to him for lessons on painting.
Exactly. Like, let's have a look. It started 5 or 6 years ago. Custodes, which is just a gold spray base and done. Okay, see, so you didn't really like dip properly far in at that point. I get you. This is like, yeah, this is proper painting now. I get you. And he says ADHD hyperfocus is a gift and a curse. Dude, tell me about it. That's the story of my life, man. And do you know what it is? When you're hyper focused on something, like, you almost have absolutely no choice whether you are or not. And I think if we, as fucking ADHD riddled motherfuckers, could fully control what that hyper focus is about at all times, we would be, well, we'd have a lot easier time. That's what I'll say.
I'd be unstoppable. That's why God had to nerf us.
Yeah. Oh god, dude. It's great. Sometimes when I hyper focus on my business, it goes crazy. I'm like, God, if I could only like keep this on. But like after like a few weeks, I'm like, I have to start thinking about Warhammer again or something like that. it's fucking bad, dude. It says feedback is by far the best way to improve. Yeah, any feedback, man. Yeah, but send some stuff in, dude. Let's go over it now. I mean, I think Runaway 5 is the only other person who's mailed anything in. I'm going to have another look at something else he's put in. He's put in a Gilliman. We'll have a look at that. And then there's a Grimnar too. But then afterwards, you know, if you want, send something in and we'll get to it. I'm just going to pull something else, see if I've got anything cool to show you. No. Oh. It's all good. So, one thing I've really started doing on everything is making everything dirty and weathered. I think it's a cheat code. I think like you can hide a lot of shit with some good weathering, and I think every single model, especially something in armor, should be weathered to a little degree. You know, you don't have to go crazy, but a little bit of chipping here and there, it really sells the material that you're trying to replicate. Here's a little orc. Didn't spend too much time on him. This is about the level that I like to get stuff to. It's like a decent tabletop standard. Here he is, orc. I wouldn't really go too much more insane on this on an infantry guy. This is as far as I go. Dirtied up all the mistakes. And so this effect here, now this is something that you might be able to take.
Cruel Dirge.
Oh, hello mate, how you doing? Cruel Dirge. 8446.
Right.
I'm painting the Wolf Scouts kill team right now. I know I rely on contrast too much and I'm getting away from it for this team, but it's been a hard habit to break. Yeah, so that's crazy. So I obviously started this hobby well before any contrast paints come out. I think I started when shades were just becoming a thing.
I was painting when we still had inks.
Inks, oh yeah, inks, yeah, and glazes.
Yep. Yeah, we're going back to the old days, back when we had bolter paint pots.
So I'm kind of with the other camp. I'm like finding ways to integrate my finding ways to implement contrast paints. So sorry, just to go back to what I was talking about before I read any more chats out, just for the benefit of God, sorry, Runaway 5. You see what I've kind of done here, where this is just a bit of dry brushing, and this is just skin. So this is the exact same tones that you were playing with. All this is just progressively lighter dry brushes to just sell the source lighting. You don't really, this is all done with a brush hop, so you don't need to be using your necessarily to use the airbrush for this kind of stuff. So that's that anyway. But that's something, I mean, I'm saying that because you could go and do it now. Obviously you couldn't airbrush that miniature now, otherwise, yeah, airbrush away. Anyway, that's that. So let me go back to what we were looking at then. Let's have a looky doo doo. A little looky ding dong. Okay. Alright, I'm going to show the Grimnar because. Yeah, okay. Alright, oh, I see. Problem is, man, these are good. Oh, I like the ice base as well. Oh, we're liking it. Okay, okay, let's pop this up. So, alright. There you go. I'll give that a little second to come through for Mr. Tweed, and then we'll have a little chat. In the meantime, I'm going to read out some chats before we crack on with that. So, what's going on? I could be so productive. Instead, I paint plastic crack. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is the curse of ADHD. We could be so productive, but you know what it is, man? In a way, at least it is somewhat productive. You know what I mean? At least we're like kind of producing something, or we're like, it is an achievement in and of itself. At least you didn't like waste like, I don't know, 30 hours a week playing Call of Duty or something. You have physically made a tangible thing that at least holds its value in some way. Or maybe you've added value into it depending on how you painted it. So, you know, yeah, it's better than most things, man. Anyway, Hayden Laster's, he's going to send some stuff. Awesome, man. I look forward to receiving that and showing it shortly.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, that is a nice wall. The armor is very clean.
I'm gonna go into it in just a sec. I'm just gonna read out the rest of these chats I haven't yet. Hayden Lassiter says, my weathering comes in the form of a subpar paint job, leading to messy or missing paint. Well, weathering will cover all of that, brother. So just slap some mud on it and a bit of blood, or maybe a bit of whatever you want. Chip it all up. Believe me, when you're doing orcs, it's amazing because you can just chip them up, mud them up, blood them up, and it sorts out all your mistakes. So Runaway 5 says, yeah, there's a fun story to that Gilliman. First ever attempt at OSL. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a sec. I asked Reddit for advice and gone absolutely shit on it. I asked him for feedback and he sent me tons of pics and advice. And gone absolutely shit on it. What do you mean by that? Sorry, is that typo? Inks and contrasts, awesome. Get a zenithal and spray down with some contrast. Hell yeah, dude. Yes, that's called slap chop, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. And at this moment, I'm already working on the hair. Oh, cool, man. The hair of the statue. Hell yeah, dude. Good luck with it. Good luck with that. Do update us with that. That'd be cool to see. Okay, so, right, let's pop into this. So you've had a look at that Grimnar. What do you reckon, mate? Where's the tweet?
Sorry. Yeah. I was about to sneeze and I'm just going to cough. The armor on it is very clean. I do.
Yeah.
Like, doing that blue, it's not just a blue, it's a bluish grey.
Yeah.
Can be quite difficult. I've seen it.
Too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you look at the tops, especially, you can see the frosting of it and how it breaches from like the bottoms to the tops. Definitely contact of it.
Yeah.
The fur, beautiful tone to it. I may have gone maybe a little bit darker. That's personal. The wolves as well. I mean, the joke says you got two wolves inside of you. You've put them both next to them. The gold.
Just for you, Mr. Tweed, mate. I've started sharing my screen with you on Reddit so you can see things as I'm seeing it at the same time. That might be easier for everybody, so we're not waiting for each other.
The glowing on the axe, yeah, I can see it. The glowing on the axe, amazing. That does look really cool. I think the only thing I'd do differently with that is to emphasize the core a little bit more.
Yes, there should be
like a little bit of white.
Right there.
Yeah, like a little bit of white or something like that, just to really show intense 100%. Heat.
Yes.
If you ever want good sources for intense heat,
I've actually got one I can show you right here.
Looking at forged iron is the best way to find out how heat looks and works.
Yeah, I was looking at pitch. I mean, this isn't the best because I only did it with a brush. I've been forced to do everything with a brush recently because my thing packed itself in. It's like the highest, most lightest point should be like almost white, like it is there, and like it kind of is in there. That's a bit more saturated, but yeah, there's multiple tones. There's like yellow, orange, red, dark red, and then the edges.
So, because the thing is for your one on the Warhound is because you're doing primarily the orange is the main chunk of it. The highlight of the yellow works better, but because on the axe, the majority of it is the yellow, you need the breakup of the white to just help emphasize the irradiating heat of it.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that totally. Looks great.Maybe, I mean, it's a risk, but I would have added a tiny little bit of a twinge of a glow on that, on this hand and a little bit on there, a little bit of OSL there, just a tiny bit. But I mean, that's nitpicking.
Oh, I don't even do source lighting.
You can do that or not. It's a whole different thing. It's an extra added amount of risk. The zoom's working a lot better for this miniature. I think we're picking it up really nicely. I love the way that you frosted it. The frosting effect on the armor looks excellent. I don't really have anything negative to say about the top half of this miniature. I like the way that there's some blood on the top of the wolf there. It looks good. Maybe play with a couple extra tones. I can see you've got a lot of frosting on the top. Maybe play with a couple extra tones before you add the frosting on the fur to sell it that little bit more. Perhaps the same thing with the wolves. Wolves in real life have lighter. Most mammals have slightly lighter coloured fur on the ridge that goes a deeper colour as it descends down towards the bottom and the underside of the underbelly. So something that would some dry brushing that reflects that would sell them a lot better. Currently they kind of look like they could be like statues beside them, but I mean, other than that, mate, it's really great, and the basing is perfectly done. It's a great miniature, mate. It's a great miniature. Not a lot to say about it, really. Any other thoughts before we go to the next one, Mr. Tweed?
I don't really have any. It is a very good starting point, considering you've not been painting too long. You can't go wrong with this, and it is an intimidating model.
Hell yeah,
to do. And it's always like a fear I had of doing big models is like it's the fear of if I mess up, that's ruined, and I've got to either strip it all down or buy a new one. And how expensive it is, yeah, geez.
Okay.
But I think honestly, did a very good job.
Yeah, mate. Well done. Okay, so you've got the Gilliman. We'll have a look at that, and then that'll be that, unless we get something in. Something else in. Where's that Gilliman gone? Where are you? There you are. So this is your first attempt at OSL. So let's have a look how you did. Pretty good, I'd say. Okay, all right. I can immediately see maybe perhaps what I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Where we go? You can see. Oh, you can see what I'm looking at, can't you? Okay. Cool. Yeah, excellent. Okay, not the. See, AI just sword onto him to make the sword look more flaming.
I saw that. I was like, hang on a second.
Hold on a second. How do you do that? That's a
hobby hack.
Hobby hack. Sorry, Hayden Lasser says, yeah, I'm terrified of painting my far sight because I don't want to mess up my figurehead. And if it's about the leg, yeah, that sucks. It was about the leg. Okay, so check out my little Sauron eye Castellan robot. There you go. There's a little bit of that for you. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're looking at. Cool. Oh shit, that's the wrong picture. The wrong picture? Is it? I don't know. You shouldn't have been able to see it until now. Oh, well, you know what you've sent me. Okay, well, if you want to send me the correct one, by all means, do it. I'll not say anything then. If you think you've got a different picture to send me, I'll not say anything. No, this one. Is that a different one? That looks like Gilliman.
That is Gilliman.
That is Gilliman, yeah. Thought so. I'll not say anything. For now. There's another angle of that guy.
That one shows off the sword. Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you've sent me two that look very similar. That one and right, that's just the fucking AI sword.
Yeah, minus points for using
right,
AI
okay,
sword.
Shit, wrong picture. Yeah, don't worry about it, mate. It's minus points there. I'm sure he was just doing it for inspiration. Okay, okay, cool. Let's go for it then. All right, so yeah, immediately I'd say trim needs to be shinier, bro. What's going on down here? What's going on this leg, bro? You need to get some more gold on there. Purity Seal's looking a bit blank. I mean, I'm going around with nitpicking right now, but overall, it's as an attempt at OSL.
On the face, it looks good. I just think it may have gone a bit OTT on it, on the leg and the shoulder pad, from what I briefly saw.
Let's just pull that up real quick so you can see that. It's like here, there it is. Okay, so yeah, the shoulder pad is too close in tones to the light source. So there's too much flat orange on there for it to be. Yeah, there's just a bit too much flat orange. That's what's doing it. It shouldn't be as. You see, on the hand, it shouldn't be as orange on the hand as it is on the upper part of that shoulder pauldron. If you look at like the different tones and colors of light, that orange light is actually coming from the top, this top third of the blade. That's where the orange light is coming on. So maybe the orange should only be in roughly this kind of section, and that bleeds down. And you can have a little bit closer here, perhaps, because it's physically closer to the source of the light. But yeah, probably I would have blended it out to a deep red a lot sooner than you did. And then, yeah, basically this should have been here on the back end.
Despite fire being a primary light source for the human race for thousands of years, it's not very good at actually illuminating things.
No, it's not actually, is it?
It's very mute, and it doesn't cover as much as you think. I think technique-wise, you have the lighting down. The fact that it gets darker on the top of his thigh and chest, and it still hits it with some of the light, great. You got the shading down on the shoulder pad and the arm, great. I think you just got a little bit OTT.
Yeah, that's pretty much the crux of it, really. And I know you just said about the leg. That's kind of where you gave up. Fair point. Yeah, fair enough. There's a lot of trim on that fella right there.
Also, a user of Pro Acrylics, I approve. So it's the Pro Acrylics bottle. Some of the best metals, I think, in the market are done by Pro. Yeah, I just saw the bottle of Pro Acrylic, and I was just like, yeah, Pro Acrylics do honestly, some of the best metals. Their dark silver metal is amazing.
All right, what else you got?
Oh no!
What else you got in the background? No, I'm joking. You got, actually, that's a really. Is that what's all this? Is all paints? That looks sick, dude. You got a nice little setup around here. I'm liking it. Anyway, I'm not gonna look too much into your background anyway. Okay, what was that? So, okay, take that away. Okay, so Mister, where have you gone? What's your Hayden? Have you sent something to me yet or not? If not, I'll probably will end this section there. But no, thanks very much, man, for sending some stuff in so we could have a look over it for you.
Pro Acrylics is amazing. Yeah, Pro Acrylics are. I mainly use them for metalworks. Like at the moment, I've sort of moved away a lot from Citadel and gone over to Army Painter. Just because I think the colors are a lot nicer. But all my metals that I kind of stick with are Pro Acrylic.
All the metal stuff.
Yes.
Mm. I've been liking AK Interactive stuff recently.
Yeah, my dad uses a lot of AK.
I've got a tiny selection of the Duncan Rhodes Too Thin coats. And they seem to be halfway decent.
Yeah.
Of Gabriel. Wait, sorry. I'd love feedback off Gabriel or of Gabriel, because Gabe's the name of the fellow who's got the golden demons and stuff. But no, next time he's on, mate, I'll bring it back up to him. Because yeah, that's where you're gonna get the best.
New Vallejo True Metallics are also phenomenal. I've not touched them yet. I want to. But at the moment, I'm saving a little bit of money because I just bought £100 expansion to Trench Crusade.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, saying that, like, 2 warbands, so 16 models total, a new campaign book, campaign map, for £100 is not too bad.
You're playing that with the boys down the FLGS.
Yeah. So I normally play at my local hobby shop with my lads. I've got to schedule my game because the way you normally play Trench Crusade is it's done like as a campaign. So it's a progressive campaign. So your troops can level up. They can have permanent injuries, and over time your warband goes from like 700 points all the way up to 1,200. So that's what I like about it, and it kind of makes a little narrative of
it sounds
like your people being injured and stuff. Right. I will be back in 2 minutes.
No, going for shit.
Batten down the hatches. I didn't want to say on stream, but yes. I'll be back in a moment, lads.
All right, man. No worries at all. So Hayden, cool. You've got some photos, decent photos. Yeah, send them in, man. We'll go through them. Runaway Fights. I did a full night with the True Metallics. It's so good. Oh, I might have to get on this then, boys. I might have to get on this. There's a lot more options out these days. I mean, there's an Element Games that's just opened in my local city, which is Newcastle. And God, the selection is absolutely unbelievable. I didn't realize there were so many miniature painting brands these days. And by bloody Joe, is there a few. It's not like it used to be back in the day. I've got all of my basing stuff comes straight out of the pot these days. There's no like mixing PVA anymore, which is grand. Anyway, I'm just putting on a little wash onto these guardsmen now. It's a 3-to-1 Athonian Camouflage to Agrax, and it's about the best recipe I've come up with on top of the dry brushed Ogren camo to give like a nice quick browny green effect on the fatigues, but also not dampen down the greener Lauren Forest bits. It just kind of adds like a little bit of tone and of a more gritty, dirty look to them, and it comes out looking halfway decent anyway. These guys are part of just pure line infantry, so this is one of my kind of just speed painting things. My kind of whole philosophy and my kind of angle with with how I approach all painting really is I'm not so much somebody who chases highest possible end results. I am predominantly interested with how I can paint lots of pretty good looking miniatures as quickly as possible with as least steps as humanly and physically possible. I think that the lower you can drag down that bar of entry to having a painted army, the better. And that's what I'm all about. I mean, we're always, especially as we get a bit older, like unfortunately I kind of am, just had a kid just at the end of last year. I'm always looking for ways that I can get that army out and start being proud of a painted army as quickly as physically possible. And that's the angle that I come from with all of my philosophy for method choices and color selection and palette selection and just the way I just go about the hobby in general in terms of painting and stuff. And if you look at my painting tutorial, I was about to say tutorials, but I think it is just at the minute the one painting tutorial. It's a super duper ridiculously fast way of painting Tyranids in a xenomorph style, which basically is just playing with some tones and a dry brushing and a little bit of wash, and that is me blasting out Tyranids. In fact, if you can bear with me for just, I mean, like 15 seconds, I'm going to run downstairs and I'm going to grab my Hive Tyrant and my Tyranid Warriors, which all took about 30 minutes to paint. I'll be 2 seconds.
I am back.
Alright, so am I.
Oh, okay.
I'm back. Alright, okay.
We definitely need a be right back screen.
Yeah, we definitely need to be right back. I shouldn't have gone at the same time as you. I should have waited until you got back. You can honey them with your words. But no, this is Hive Tyrant. I mean, these guys are super quick painted because I didn't want to spend ages. I just wanted them on the field so I could play with the fuckers.
Oh, that was the complete opposite mistake I made with my Krieg. Oh yeah, I'm going to edge highlight every single Kriegsman. How many of these do I need? 90? Oh, yes.
So it's basically, these are just black, but I've dry brushed metallic pigments over the black bits and then put ard coat on to make it shiny, and then progressively dry brushed slightly lighter blues on the carapace, and then called it
definitely get that xenomorph.
Yeah, the xenomorph theme basically, and then you can see it across the Trigon's the same. The Trigon, it's not a Trigon, but whatever the fuck this thing is. And then it's got that egg sac on it, which is supposed to look like the egg sac does on Alien. It's all orangey and horrible minging. Same thing on these. Same story. But yeah, it's 100% just made to be super quick. That's all I'm kind of interested in, is just getting stuff done, man. Because how many projects do we buy and say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then you never get around to it because you've put all those hurdles in front of yourself. So it's all about breaking down those hurdles and making everything as easy as possible as it can possibly be for yourself. All right, Hayden has sent some stuff in, so let's have a look. Let's have a fucking look. Let's see what you got. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Ooh, Tau.
Ooh.
Awesome. Ooh, we see a little bit of Tau. I'm going to go for your infantry first. I don't mean I'm going to go for them. I'm just going to, show them first. Okay. So, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So you can see your Tau. Here they are. Wave to them. It's your Tau, Hayden, on the screen. Okay, so...
Cool.
Right.
Can I say one thing immediately?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
2 bin coats. Thin your paints, me lad. That's my biggest thing. The color scheme's good. You got the colors great. You got them neatly done.
Good selection of colors. I'll say
you
that.
need to thin them down.
Okay, so take it from don't take it from us. Take it from Duncan Rhodes, right? Check it out. Right, look what it says on this paint bottle. 2 thin coats. But anyway, jokes aside,
I still got a
Farsight card
Farsight
drain works to hit my 1k point goal. Cool.
Yeah, it's good to set yourselves point goals of I want this to be my point goal.
So, yeah, I mean, a little bit more paint thinning, but let me say something in his defense right now. He is picked as a, I'm sorry to attribute this to you if this isn't true, and this might sound like an insult, but a relative novice. He has chosen white as his main army color. But
it's ballsy. I'm not gonna lie, it's ballsy, but he's done it well. It's crisp. Although I must say, white pigments now are a lot better than they have been before.
Yeah, but they'll never be that good. It's something about one of the additives that they use to get that color. They pretty much all of them use chalk, which makes it what it is. Chalky as hell, dries very quickly, super hard to work with. Unless you're starting from an airbrushed base, I would honestly tell nobody to do white on Tau.
And on the second day, God, Duncan said 2 thin coats.
He said I went Farsight so I didn't have to go and paint white. Yeah, dude,
fair enough.
You're a brave man. I mean, if we say anything about you, it's that you're definitely brave with this. My pal James go for it. Yeah, go.
One thing to like seeing is darker skin Tau.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wakanda
That's
Tau.
actually quite nice. Yeah, it's quite nice actually.
It does
the other thing
doesn't it?
I'd say is washes in some of the areas are going to be your friends. Like on the guy on the left, it feels like a bit of a wash inside of the insignia, so you can see the Tau logo a lot better. I think that would look amazing.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's hard to see if you've used washes or not in there. I think you have. I can see like a little bit of Igrax in some of the recesses, but then like you say, there's none in that particular recess. Which so I'm like, have you used it? Have you not? Or you use it in just certain areas, or what? I'll obviously let's have a look at one of the other pictures, eh?
And also the fact that you've used transfer sheets as well. I'll give you credit on that one.
That's a better picture, actually. Yeah. So
like in the whole years of me hobbying, I have never used transfers.
Yeah. So
don't know why, just never have. Yeah, no, the skin is a big mistake actually. It was messy and I got a splash of brown on his face. Well, luckily the photo did not see the spot of brown on his face, so you saved it.
Mate. He stepped in a big puddle.
It's a birthmark. It's a birthmark.
It's a birthmark. It's a birthmark. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, most of your problems with this particular one are coming from paint's not being thinned enough. I think a lot of that is due to the fact that you've chosen white and you've made it hard for yourself with that. And it's hard to highlight. So what I'd say is the white is very flat. And it's hard because you've white is your base color. You can't go lighter. So what I would actually say is that anytime you want to paint white, if that's what you're set on, what you really should be painting is light gray. Your white shouldn't be anywhere but on the highlights, tippy toppest small 10% of the top areas of white armor. So really
there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Fully agreed there, Runaway 5.
Big Bobby
he was disfigured in a gunfight, new law. There you go. It's a happy mistake.
Shite at him. I'm that, you bloody blueberry.
But overall, mate, there is. But overall, it's a good scheme. You've got the colours where you need to. honestly, if you thin it down, it's going to look a lot better.
Yeah, so here you go again. So it looks like you've...
Every mistake is so painfully visible. I have that as well with my minis, is like there can be one little mistake and all my mates won't see it, and I just look at it going, I can see it. It's like a sore thumb, man. Like I can spot it a mile away.
Yeah, 100%. It'll ruin your own enjoyment of the model. And Sod's law is that you'll never get around to sorting it out either.
Yeah. But this is the thing, is it's a learning curve. Every mistake is a lesson learned.
Exactly, mate. And the only mistakes that are actually mistakes are the ones that you continue to offend with.
So, like on the... I was about to call it a basilisk. It's a broadside.
Yeah, it is.
This is how old I am. I'm not used to seeing the new broadside models. I'm still used to the old ones.
Oh, yeah.
With the little shoulder mounted.
Yeah, and they'd stamp into the ground and set themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sick.
I'm playing too much Soulstorm.
Yeah.
Like with this one,
never too
in
much.
the recesses where you have the wash, it definitely helps in making the white pop a lot more. But like Relic was saying, an incredibly light grey would help overall base tone.
Yeah, I think obviously you've got a lovely little force here, and now that you're at this point, actually I'll tell you about my friend who's done exactly the same thing as what you did, and what he says anyway, what he would say.
Yeah.
Hammerhead looks good, to be fair.
Is
mate.
that Hammerhead?
Well, sorry.
No, that's not
Hammerhead.
That's not Hammerhead. Is that Devilfish?
Devilfish. Sorry, I'm not. It's yeah, the Devilfish is probably the nicest bit. I think that the bigger panels lend themselves to that more flat color, and I think you've actually got some nice little tonalities.
Yeah.
There's some different. I don't know if it's lighting, but
yeah,
there's differences in the shade there that I actually really like. I think you've done that really well.
And if I want to be really nitpicky on the vehicle, as I will call it, just a little bit of neatening up where the washers were, just a little bit of neatening up. Boom. That'll bring it up. But like we said, first step, 2 thin coats.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty as well. Sometimes I rush, sometimes I don't do 2 thin coats. Everyone does it. But especially for white, thin them down a little bit and it will help.
Oh no, fuck, my beer's going crazy. 1 sec, lads. Oh, geez. Right.
Cool. While that's happening, I don't have control of the stream, by the way. I'm just in a Discord call with him, so... the bases are my favourite part.
I just got a beer out of the freezer, and I opened it, and it was fine. I drank it, and I set it down beside me, and then it just started suddenly freezing up and overflowing, and it's like slushy. I just had to go chuck it in the fridge. So,
yeah, because it came out of the freezer. That's why.
I know, but it was liquid when I got it out when it was handed to me. That was fucking some scientific shit. I just got jumped.
Don't you know about that? If you put water just at the point, yeah.
Usually you have to like.
It happens with any liquid. No, any adult can do it.
Sorry, I thought you said any adult can do it.
Jolt.
Yeah. The bases are my favourite part.
Visible.
I figured out those as I went and even made my own snow. Dude, they look great.
You made your own snow?
I will note I did try to recess shade the infantry, but the results were less than ideal. Yeah, man. And it would have taken you a damn long time to relayer that white up again. Again, I think most of your problems, dude, are just you've chosen white.
You've gone into the deep end, where I can't argue with that, but
it's like trying to get
the fact that you've powered
in, like,
through
cargo shorts and clogs. You've set the difficulty as high as it could be.
But the fact that you've powered through, you've not given up, sets a testament of how far you're going to go.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a great takeaway to take from this. And overall, let's talk about arms like on the tabletop. That army looks great. and you've got your basing down, and you've based everything. If some look, you've got a whole painted army, dude. Do you know how few people actually fucking paint armies up, and they're all based? If I turned up to a pickup game, and the guy across from me starts getting out this army that's all fully painted up, all based, coloured, shaded, with the bases on, I'm like, yes, this is going to be a nice game. I'm going to turn my A game on in terms of being a nice guy and having a nice game, because he's actually brought a fully nicely painted army, regardless of if there's like, you know, your little niggling issues that are mainly due to the coloration that you've chosen. I think you should be proud of what you've done, and you definitely are going to improve. I'd love to see other miniatures you've done that aren't in white, because it's like putting the difficulty up to legendary and wondering why you keep dying. So shame is, this is only 580 points. Sorry.
Yeah.
This army on screen right now is only 580 points.
Yeah, it's because he's not gone very Walker heavy.
Oh my god.
Tau not cheap.
Oh.
People forget that.
Oh my god. So you've got like another that to buy.
Tau are the god of the Xenos.
Oh. That's... wow. Okay, well, I look forward to seeing the other half of your army when you get around to finishing that.
I'm not gonna lie, I've always wanted to do Tau, because I've always liked the idea of doing a gunline army.
Oh, let me tell you about my friend. Sorry, that just reminded me. So my friend, who is the Tau player that I've been playing against for years, he's done exactly the same as what you have. He picked a scheme which was exactly almost identical to yours, white and red, and he ended up getting further than you. He probably got twice as much as that you have painted, and it got so bad for him, and he started detesting it so much that he switched his scheme to green and blue, and then just like recollected everything and just painted it green and blue. So yeah, you've definitely strung yourself up by your ankles, but good luck, bud. Good luck, and maybe transition perhaps. Maybe transition perhaps if you're thinking about getting an airbrush, pull the trigger on it, man, and get it, because it will make your life so much easier trying to do Tau and white, and it won't look too out of place. Especially because one day this could just be 10% of your Tau collection. Just remember that anyway. So, but yeah, overall you've done really well there, mate. I think you should be proud of what you've got already. Thanks for sending it in. Thanks for joining the stream. I've just got a question for you quickly, Hayden. Did you just stumble across this, or have you sent a post that's led you to here? How did you find this stream? I'm always quite interested to know where people have come from. If you could let me know, that would be grand. But otherwise, mate, thank you very much for sending that in. That's been awesome. I can't wait to try the reddish colour scheme. Oh, is that like for the Farsight Enclave or some cadre? Just found it. Oh, awesome. Well, there you go. Just trolling through the old internet and found a little corner that you wanted to sit down in for a bit. I love it. That's excellent. How's your building guys coming on, dude?
I'm just doing a little bit of cleaning up on them. So, like I said, it's just a bit annoying. I could only do 3. I did technically make a mistake on 1, but I'm just rolling with it now. I thought I put a grenade on him. Turns out I put a club. So now he's got a club and an axe. So I'm just going to turn him into a melee specialist.
I said small note, and the models are all second hand, so any build mistakes not mine. I didn't even notice any, mate, honestly.
Oh, sweet. I mean, yeah, second hand market is the cheapest way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
I mean, you are at the mercy of the quality of it, so there is always that. But yeah, overall, I am very happy with the white and red. Red is also a very difficult color to do as well, because you either go red or you go pink. It's very hard to do actual red.
Make sure you're subscribed, bud, so we can see you again at some point. That'd be great. I think my OBS might have lagged a little bit there. I'm not sure, but it's back now. But yeah, if you didn't hear what I just said, yeah, make sure you subscribe before you leave us, so we might not ever see you again. I'd like to see how you progress with stuff when you move on to your red stuff. Right, so I've done absolutely piss all. It's all stream more or less. I'm gonna start slipping back into some.
That's the problem. Ever since I joined, you seem to have been less productive.
Yeah, well, bro, it's supposed to be. Yeah, we're supposed to have focused sessions where I do.
We argued this. We said it is like the old GW days of you go there to paint. You don't actually paint anything, but somehow you've spent 8 hours chatting shit, and it's been the best 8 hours.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah. I might do the odd like mega stream. Like usually these are just like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe 3. I don't think I've ever reached quite 3 hours, but I'll do some mega streams where I do like a good long time. I think we're at 2:15. I'm good to go for a little bit longer. If you at any point you want to dip out, it's true. You just go ahead and do it, mate.
Oh, I'm good. I'm on the late shift tomorrow.
All right, cool, excellent. And I'm self-employed, so fucking oh yeah. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. I did subscribe and I will send updates on the line and my other projects. Absolutely, dude. By all means. By all means. No, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad you found something useful anyway. I think this has gone really well. I've been I'm very made up with how this has gone this evening. So yeah, so there's another section of this stream that I had an idea to do. So some months ago I put out a post on Reddit basically saying, what are people's like hottest takes in the hobby? Like what's your like most controversial thing that you hold as an opinion that makes most people like be like, you know, what's the hottest take you've got anyway? And I've got an absolute treasure hoard. I had like 400 responses, so I've got this deep pocket of particular opinions, which are you can either agree with or not. So perhaps we can pop some of those up. But I must say, I'm going to have to do a bit of painting before we do that.
I do have a bit I would change in retrospect, but I was limited by only having 9 colors. Paint an entire army. Wow. You don't need a lot of colors to paint an army. You just need a very solid color scheme.
Yeah. Well, oh mate, I remember those. I remember a time when I had my Blood Angels, and I just like had like maybe 12 pots of paint. Oh, maybe 12, more like 8 or 9, and just be like, you just had to make it work with what you had. Now I think I've got every single Citadel paint. And do you know why? Do you know what it is? It's for when you go into the Games Workshop and they say, oh, if you buy 9, you get the 10th free. It's like, oh shit, better buy 9. And it fucking used to get me every time, man. But I've collected fucking pretty much all the paints now. So,
you're just there going, wait a minute, you've just upmarketed me.
Wait a minute, I have over 100 now. Yeah, I just didn't have much in the way of color shades. Yeah, that's the bit. I've actually got my favorite paint just inside of me here, and I don't actually daren't use it because it's out of production now, and it is the best way to do yellow that they ever brought out. You do white or you do a bone color, and then you do your highlights over the top of it, or like dry brush or edge highlight or whatever, and then you apply this Lamenter's yellow glaze. This thing.
Oh, the yellow glaze, yeah.
This thing's so good, man. And I've only got that
Maze yellow from the Speed Painter army set works very similar to it.
So I daren't use this because it's a relic now, and you can't get it anymore.
You want to talk about relic?
What are we going to talk about me?
Old. You're younger than me.
What's more sexy though?
Debatable. Actually, you have a partner.
What are you showing me? What are you showing me? Can you show me anything? Oh, you can. You can. What are you showing? Let's have a look.
There you go.
What the fuck is that?
That is a very, very old can of Citadel Purity Spray.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I was looking at the thing you sent above, but that... Wow!
Oh!
Citadel
Yeah, so the
colour
thing above
purity
is
seal.
my...
What colour is
Yeah,
that?
with the... that's just a purity seal. That's like a varnish.
Oh, right. Dude, that's amazing. Look at that shit. Let me just show everybody real quick. Let me just show
I came across it in like a random box and I'm like, oh, I've got to keep... It's still half full.
Guys, look
But
at this.
I dare
Look
not
at this.
use it because I don't know what the compression is on it.
Guys, you need to see this, guys. Just avert your eyes to the screen right now. Look at that. That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. Purity seal. That looks so cool.
Yeah, it's old. It's old.
Hell yeah. That's so cool, man. I love the old branding.
Back when things were a lot more colourful. But yeah, the top photo I sent, that's my naval raiding guy in the diving suit.
Yeah, he looks mental. He looks like a little bug boy.
Yeah, because he's got the old vintage diving visors on it. So, gonna get them sprayed up tomorrow and then attempt a completely new paint job on them.
I've accidentally minimised you. Sorry. I'll get you back. They can't hear you. You can say whatever you want. Oh no, you're back.
I dare not.
You're back. So far I've developed the single hot take: piles of shame are silly. Sit down and paint already. Yeah, dude. Hey, you can stand up and say that with your chest, dude, because you're painting full armies out here, dude. Nobody can say shit to you, dude. All right, Runaway 5. I have hundreds of paints. It's just I just like trying all kinds. I only really use up to 10 for any given mini. Yeah, so this is the thing that me and Gabriel have said. We both raised this point. Is the using a limited palette it almost always improves the model. I think when you try to use like 8 or 9 different colors on the same mini, really you should only be using 3 main colors and then maybe two secondaries and then a tiny little additional. The fewer colors that you use, usually the better the paint job ends up being. There's loads of different ways you can look at that, but there's loads of color theories that go into that as well. But a limited palette is something that can often produce a better outcome, believe it or not. So sometimes provided that limited palette is a decent selection and that you have the paints to make up that limited palette, of course. For instance, like, I'm not holding these up and saying this is the bloody gold standard or anything, but like there's only 3 colors on that whole miniature, and then an additional color. You've got, sorry, let's bloody focus. Do you want to focus? Look at it, it's just spazzing out, not focusing. Stop spazzing out. There we go. You've got green. Those are different hues of green, but it's still green. You've got green, brown, and metal. It's 3 colors. That's all it is. And you could say, well, and then the metal is also incorporated into the chipping and the weathering. And it's a lot more concise, realistic. It's a nice outcome, at least. I think so. So, and yeah, that is a good point. A limited palette tends to be faster. All my minis are finished in 2 sittings. Exactly right. It's the less colors equals the less stages, the less processes. So yeah, it's just better all around. The more you can limit yourself,
definitely.
Sometimes the better the creativity comes out.
Yeah, the less pots I need to have out, the better it is. The more motivated I feel.
Exactly. Oh,
it's not like, oh great, now I've got to get out half my range. It's like, nope, I just need to get out 10 colors. Boom, done, sorted.
Okay, what's everybody saying? So I haven't gone live on Facebook at the same time today, so I'm just going to keep it to YouTube today. I was experimenting with. Oh, here's another fucking bullshit thing. I was experimenting with trying to see if I can simultaneously stream from OBS and send it over to TikTok. because my views do very good on TikTok. Get like 10k views on the short or whatever, easy, very easy. But you have to like register that you are over 18, and so how you do that is you've got to send a selfie of yourself alongside a piece of identification, photographic identification. So I sent my driver's license, which had a picture of me from a few years ago, and then a picture of myself now, and I tried it 3 times, and each time I'm like, nah, you're not that person. I was like, dude, fuck you. I have not gained that much weight. I understand that I am bald now and not in the picture, but please tell me that you can feasibly be the same person. Cheeky
It's
bastards.
like, you know, people change.
Yeah. It'd be some like cheeky like Indonesian on the other side of the world that's like just pressing nah. Computer says no. So I don't know if I'll ever get to go live on TikTok, because clearly it probably wants me to go update my bloody driver's license because I've changed physically. What a fucking piss take.
Oh, don't. I remember once when I was working in retail, the retail store I used to work in, you used to be able to trade in phones. And for that, we needed like photo ID and a bank statement. I asked this bloke for a photo ID, pulls out his driving license. But it's the old school paper driving license.
Wait, what? They used to be
Yeah,
on paper?
if you ask your dad, he'll tell you they used to be on paper. Yeah, they used to be on paper, and they opened up like a map, and it had all the information on it, and I'm just like, yeah, that's great. A, these aren't valid anymore. B, it doesn't have a photo. Well, yeah,
Christ.
that's one of the very few times I've ever saw one of those out in the wild. My dad's still got his one, but he just keeps it as like a little keepsake of like the old paper ones.
Have you? Oh, mate, I've got to ask you. Obviously, you live in London, right? I've always. Have you ever tried that fucking jelly deals?
No. I'm not much fan of I'm not much fan of actual jelly. When we say actual jelly, we mean actual like gelatin, actual pig fat.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not too much of a fan of that. Although I must say, I do love a pie and mash.
Mate, they look really good. I really want some.
Oh, they are. Yeah. Like I go 4 pie 2 4 pie 2 mash.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all it is plain boiled mash.
Pies.
Yeah, they are only little, but they are nice. Best ones are where you can get rhubarb in them as well.
Rhubarb
For desserts, yeah. Cut it open, put a bit of sugar in, rhubarb pie, lovely.
I do like an apple, a raspberry pie. Love a bloody apple raspberry pie. No,
I also agree. Anything better than a pie is a crumble.
Oh, I love apple crumble. Apple
You
crumble
can't
custard.
get better than an apple crumble.
Oh my god. I love apple crumble and custard. One of my favorite. It's one of my favorite things. Oh, my mum made one the other day, man. She used to make such a banging apple crumble and custard. But I went around. She put fucking muesli in it. I was like, what? That's not crumble. You've got apple with muesli on. This is a crime against fucking British humanity. I was distraught.
You need proper crumble or nothing.
Buttery crumble. And a buttery biscuit base. Okay. Beautiful. Boots. Boots, boys. Boots.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should do the roll. We probably should. Gonna do the roll brown. Give it a little bit of difference. So, yeah. I was talking to a fella from Yorkshire who said he was interested on being on stream. But I haven't heard back from him. Well, I find that, like, perhaps there's a limit to what we could do. So I'd love at some point for you to be able to show what you're doing at the same time. Obviously, no rush.
Oh yeah, like I definitely want to try and I have to order a camera or a little tripod and do that.
Oh yeah, I
I
mean,
think definitely.
believe it or not, I just use my phone. My phone's got a decent enough camera to do this. It's as good as it needs to be. You can see what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm just using like a little 30 quid arm off Amazon. I have this microphone that I use. It's from when I used to make music, and I've got the audio interface and stuff like that. But you don't really need that. You just get a little USB mic. I mean, your audio quality right now is perfectly fine. It's pretty
so I'm using a Blue Yeti.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, yeah, that's perfectly fine then. That's really good.
Yeah. It's a dying Blue Yeti, but it's a Blue Yeti.
That's such a classic mic. That's the quintessential USB mic.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
sounds good.
I've had it for a fair few years. Sometimes it will just like either not want to turn on, the mute button doesn't work on it, or it just won't detect as an audio source. Other days work perfectly fine, and I'm like, until this thing just does not work at all, no point buying a new one.
Run the bloody wheels off it, mate. Run the bloody wheels off it. But no, what I was saying before. So Wilson Family Jewelry says thoughts on the 11th edition reveals. So we did go over it at the start. We actually went and had a look at all of them. But I think overall, I'll give you an overall take. I think overall very positive. There was only one miniature that I didn't like, and it was that Inquisitor on the bloody alien mount. I just didn't like it personally. It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I liked it. It's one of those just like he's just a big. I think he's like themed as like a game hunter, so it would make sense why he has like an exotic horse animal. But thoughts on 11th in general, I think the fact that data sheets are going to be multi-use, you can use multiple detachments. I think that's going to open up a lot of doors. Stratagems apparently being one use in phase only, so you're going to use one stratagem per turn. I think that's going to be a real game changer. That's either going to mean that stratagems are either going to be really powerful or meh. So we'll see what happens.
Less of a table turner.
Yeah,
which is probably a good thing. Realistically.
The fact that they want to try and merge narrative and balance together, I think that might cap the divide between the competitive play that 10th is all about now. So hopefully that changes. But at the end of the day, I don't really play Warhammer anymore. Relic plays one-page rules. I'm interested. I want to see how it goes. I want to see where the community will take it. May I pick up a Guardsman Codex when it comes out? Yes.
Yeah, because those Guardsman releases are amazing. That's the main big thing for me. Is the Guardsman releases are so awesome that they blow everything out the water, and I'm made up with it. I'm happy.
Yeah, but it's going to have to do a lot to get me back in fully.
Yeah. I was hoping in vain that they might change the game up and it wouldn't be this soft reset, because I don't like 40k anymore, and I'm really waiting for when they really shake it up. I honestly think 12th edition they are going to bring in like an alternating activations like every other game pretty much at this point is moving in that direction. I think it's only so long until GW finally gets their stubborn arse into gear and moves themselves. But they will flog that fucking horse until it's dead, because it's their IP and it's what they do, and they're very, very stubborn. Hayden Laster says, oh yeah, the new Guardsman stuff looks cool. If you have some Guardsman stuff already, yeah, it's perfect for if you've got Guard already. It's everything in there is stuff that you either don't already have because it's a new releases, or the Rogel Dawn tank, which is something that people have less of compared to the old stuff. So it's perfect for Guard players. The Guard, that's going to sell out quick.
Oh, the problem is also scalpers are going to get their rubby little mitts on it as soon as they can.
Luckily, I'm affiliated with my local FLGS, and I'm a ambassador for them, so I'll definitely get my hands on one. Yeah.
which then means when you get it, you're going to have to do a little reveal of it, a little stream of it.
I will do as well. I'll do a pre-release stream where we go through the sprue and have a look at it all and stuff like that. Like a week before it comes out. How special is that, boys? The Cadian Guardsmen look good. This is Wilson Family Jewelry again. I love the red and black armor scheme of the Commissar Graves. I might have to start a guard army. Absolutely. You should absolutely.
I've seen an interesting theory about Commissar Graves. Is someone was saying that they think that she was meant to be the replacement for Yarrick, but with the current uproar of how people have been, like the fact that even they did a Steel Legion sketch and posted that up, and they say see you in 2 years, definitely shows that them turning around going, "Oh, yeah, just get your Krieg and paint them yellow," didn't go down very well.
Yeah, nobody was accepting that. Well, it's good. It seems they seem to be listening a little bit more. They're doing some stuff which they've clearly they're clearly hearing it and going, maybe we should do a little bit of what they.
Yeah, it's not like we're funding their entire company.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do think the model looks really cool. I've already seen Mr. Plow memes from it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that one. That one I wasn't so keen on. It's not something I'd get in my army. It looks.
The thing is,
it's too.
It's trying to riff off what Yarrick had. Yarrick had a Baneblade that he used as his personal command vehicle. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh yeah, it's Stormlord, I think.
I think so. I think it's a very similar naming convention to the one that came out. But I think they're basically just it's basically rifting off that.
Yeah. Okay.
It reminds me of. It reminds me of the Red Alert.
Red Alert game. Red Alert.
I never actually played Red Alert.
That's a real-time strategy one, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got them on Steam. I've just never played them. It's just one of those things of, buy all these games for a couple of quid. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, let me just pull it up. I want to have a look at it again. I'll just quickly grab it for you, and then we can have a little look at it again. Something about it, am I still sharing my screen with you?
Yes, you are.
I am. God, my PC's taking a beating now. Where is it? There we go. So here we go. So it's like a big fat Taurox with tracks on the back. It's almost like that thing we just saw before, but with a whole load of shit slapped onto top of it.
It's not even a Taurox.
Yeah.
That is the new kit.
Yeah, it is. It's that new Centaur, isn't it?
Centaur, yeah.
What do you think about these guys in the back?
Because that is,
like these.
I don't mind them. I think they're like her personal. I think they're like her personal bodyguard. But I think definitely this version of the Centaur is definitely the Centaur of attention.
Yeah, the Centaur of attention. That almost flew over. I just caught the end of that as it flew past.
I must say I love it though. It's garish. It's loud. It's obnoxious. It screams, "Drive me closer and let me hit them with my sword." But fuck me, it's 40k.
Yeah,
hang on, have you got this up on the stream, or are we just talking over an MC?
I haven't got it up on the screen. Sorry, guys. What a fucking retard. There we go.
I just clocked it because I've got the stream up on my monitor as well, and I'm like.
So yeah, we're back. Okay, so we've got it. So the retinue at the back. So I personally don't like they remind me of the Tempestus Scions, which I didn't really like. I don't like the full face encapsulated for guard personally, but that's a nitpick. The rest of the model, yeah, it's good. Again, it's not something I'd implement into mine, but I think it's a great release. I think it's like a command vehicle. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Everyone is a Yarrick fan. Like the fact that they just killed him off screen, that sent ripples across the player base.
Like for me, I would feel this only in like a big massive apocalypse game of like 4,000 plus points. Like that was when I would want to break this out. For me, I wouldn't be putting this into a 1,000-point list, but I like my army composition to be really fluffy.
It's not that big.
No, I don't mean for size. I just mean in terms of like it's used like a command vehicle. You think, okay, well this command vehicle's got to be leading like 4 plus other vehicles type thing. That's just how my brain thinks of it. Whether that's how it works in game or not.
Yeah. So, Commissar Yarrick's Baneblade.
Get past that.
Yeah. So, Commissar Yarrick's Baneblade is the Fortress of Arrogance.
Fortress of Arrogance. Let me just pull that up. I love that. What a name.
If you just type in Yarrick Baneblade, you find it.
Got it. Fortress of Arrogance. That's excellent. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's so sick.
That is what it's trying to be. And it's just like, you used to only ever play that in apocalypse games. But it's...
Look at that. How cool is that? And was that a Forge World kit add-on or what? How could you get
no, that's just kit. That's just someone kit bashed.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not an official thing. Like, it was like you had rules for it in apocalypse games, but no, that was his fortress. That's what he leads. That's what he goes into battles with. Obviously, not all the time, but
that's so cool. Yeah, bring that to your 1,500-point game, 1,000-point game rather. I need that runaway fighters. It definitely looks sick. Yarrick is back though. Did you see the trailer? Yeah, I did see him. Yeah. I mean, everybody's seen that trailer. That was the talk of the town everywhere when you open the internet before these Adepticon releases. I still just don't. Have they explained why they took him out and then just put him back with a slightly updated model? Why didn't they just update the model? Or was it because of the backlash? To think, but then they couldn't have had that quick turnaround on the model. Surely, don't these models usually take them like a good amount of time to go through all the processes?
So the backlash for Yarrick being dead came out when the new codex came out. So 3 years ago? So they've had a while to really bring him back, and I think the problem is in the 40k codex, there's no memorable characters anymore. Like, there's Ursula Krieg, but that's not Krieg. That's not the guy we always know. And I think that's more just a case of we just wanted some more memorable characters back. Because, like, yeah, Soloontis is quite an impressive character, but you don't bring him because he's Soloontis. You just bring him because he's your best HQ choice.
I just want to highlight this. I just remembered this. This is something that I saw in a White Dwarf god, like 15 years ago.
The Plague Reaper.
This is at Warhammer World, and it's my favorite ever Baneblade conversion I've ever seen in my entire life. Just look at that thing. I'm gonna leave you that while I go for a piss.
So the rumor is Wazdacker captured him and then released him so he could kill him on the battlefield. I don't know why Wazdacker would do that, because definitely Gazgol would, because, I mean, lore-wise, like, Yarrick was captured by Gazgol and is just released after he did an uprising on his own ship. It's like, oh yeah, no, fights are hard to come by. You're good. I will keep you.
They don't have the same history.
Like, it'd be interesting to see what they write, but I think regardless of what they write, the community is just happy that Yarrick is back.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just happy he's back. Absolutely. I mean, I don't really care. He's back. I love that they updated the model. Just like they updated it. They didn't change it. They didn't reinvent him. They didn't just butcher him. They literally just updated him, and I like that they've been doing that a bit more. Wilson Family Jr. says, so the rumor... Oh yeah, sorry, you've already read that out. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant, he said. that's so cool. So where are we at now? The hippogriff. I love the hippogriff. I love that the box comes with 2 of them. They could have very easily give you 1 of each and then put something else random in there. But the fact that they put 2 hippogriffs in this box that's coming out, I'm 100% getting it.
Yeah, because I definitely run like the hippogriffs and the centaurs as like a recon army.
Yeah, recon
as like a light armored vehicle recon.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, like, hell, one of them as like the Tanith first and only would he be even cooler?
Yeah, it's all perfect for me currently right now with the way I'm trying to compose my army. I've got loads of tanks. I've got like 11, 12 heavy support options like Basilisks, Lemurus's, whatever. But what I'm trying to build up now is the lighter options, the infantry, sentinels. So this has come at the perfect time. It's the absolute perfect time. So I'm really made up with it. I haven't really given that too much of a look into the other boxes that are coming out. I know there's a Tau one. The Tau feel like it's hard for my only question with that box is, what are you doing with a single squad of guardsmen? Well, they can go in that new troop carrier, so I suppose they're to go in there. So if somebody bought this,
why would you have a troop carrier? Yeah, why would you have a troop carrier with no troop?
Yeah, they go straight in that troop carrier. And hey, look, there's always a place for some more guardsmen in a guard army. You can never have too many. You never have too many guardsmen. That's what they say. There's an adage in the orc community, and it rings true in the guard community. Boys before toys. You know, you can get all these awesome, super cool Lehman Russ variants, but at the end of the day, you gotta fall back on those boys that are gonna take those objectives for you and do the dirty work.
The Tau got a croup-based box. Oh,
Croup-based box. Oh, there we go. And
yeah, because the other battle boxes I thought were a bit weak.
Yeah, these are them. Here's the orc one. The orc one's pretty shit, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love Deathcopters back in the day. I don't know how Deathcopters are now, but
I love them, but it's like unless you want to play in this one very, very particular play style. Again, this is they've gone against the adage boys before toys. They've gone toys before boys here.
Yeah, for a Speed Freaks army, fantastic. For Goths or Snake Bites or Bad Moons, no, you're scuffed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like you said before, and I totally agree with it, and I've noticed it too. They seem in the last few years to think there's only 2 ways to play orcs. You either become those beast snagger snakebite orcs, or you're speed freaks, and that's kind of it. And that's all they've really released over the last 5 years. Is this, correct me if I'm wrong, is this new stuff for Deathwatch? Is this Primarified Deathwatch?
I think it is.
Yeah,
or it might be yes, I don't think it's new, but it's one of the newer kits. Right. I mean, let's be honest, Imperial Agents they're not even an actual army.
No.
They have so little to run by.
They do look cool though, don't they? Especially that one.
They do look cool.
I really like that guy.
Yeah. I mean, like Deathwatch and Kill Team work better because they are small squads doing elite things. So it makes a lot more sense for them to be it.
What else we get? So the Red Terror thing. What do you reckon about this? I wasn't sure about it. I feel like it's just a Morlock.
So, in the words of what I said in my friend's group chat when they got brought up, and one of my friends said, "Yeah, fuck fighting that," I just typed in smash.
Smash better.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie. The Red Terror is an old Tyranid model the fact that it has a revamp and it's coming out is amazing. It's on the same cusp as like old One Eye. It's one of the very few legendary units that the Tyranid have, and it's amazing to see him. And the fact that he's in a kill team is really cool. But I think it's less of like
I didn't even think about that.
It's a kill team. But I think it's more of like it's more like a kill team boss fight than anything.
Yeah, it is. Do you know what I've always wanted to do?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to play a cooperative game where you cooperatively play with your friend, and then you kind of like have a pseudo like AI controlled Tyranid side that just like is like endless repeating waves. I'd love to do that. I know there's little ways people have made like homebrewed ways to play that. Like they'll have flow charts of how the Tyranids might behave and have like random actions and stuff like that. I always wanted to do that. That would be super cool for this. I went through these on the stream. Oh, these new guard guys look good. So you know how they've been re-releasing? They'll release a squad as a kill team, and then they release it as a kit. Do you think they'll do them for these?
I think so as well. I think they're going to be like their own separate kit. But one thing I found interesting, so your missile guys that you're painting, what base size are they on?
Sorry, what? Say that again?
The missile team that you're painting currently.
Oh yeah, this one.
What base size are they on?
That.
Well, it's a big base.
Yeah, it's a big base, yeah.
That rocket guy's on a 25 in the kill team.
Oh, right.
He's got a rocket and he's on a 25. It's like second edition.
Oh.
Yeah, the first time that completely went over my mind, and I was like, wait a minute, he's got a rocket launcher.
Oh,
It's like second edition where you'd have like the two models next to each other rather than on one big base.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'll just get loads of him.
This is when we find out that, we're just putting like all heavy weapon teams on 25mm base now.
Wilson Family Jewelry says, that's a mouthful to say. I'm just going to say Wilson from now. I just want jet bikes and more bikes with other troop types, veterans, etc. Give the White Scars a special rule so they can take more than 3 bike units. Oh god, yeah, can they not?
Oh, Jesus, yeah. I mean, Space Marines are bland as bland in this edition when they took away all, like,
there's no
the fact that you can have, like,
anymore,
different... Yeah, I mean, in 9th, where you had, like, you can have this bolter, this bolter, this bolter. It was great. But then now it's like, no, it's just all the same bolter.
Yeah, again, this is just another one of those competitivisms that's just ruined the soul of the game. I mean, I'm such a narrative player that, like, when I play OPR, me and my friends, we just house rule the fact that there are just blast templates. Like, there isn't any mechanic for blast templates, but when a weapon says blast, we just insert a blast template into it.
You do the old school
just
blast.
For the fun. Just for the pure fun. Because like, the way we play the game, we really do not care if we're winning or losing. So if I was playing Ultimate,
I'm thoroughly disappointed by the lack of leg possibility.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this.
Oh, posability on the broadside. Sorry.
Oh, I've heard about that. No, I've heard that they're pretty.
Monoposed.
Yeah, they're pretty static. Yeah, they require quite a bit of doing. I want a ton of these. I
think he's talking about the guardsman.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, my fucking goldfish memory. Yeah.
I don't know, are you referring to the guardsman or are you referring to a different unit?
Lovely. Nice.
The feet are literally forced into a single position. Yeah, that's the problem, is when you start getting multiple of them together, it's just like, oh, they're the same.
Okay. such a pitiful amount of work tonight. We've done so little. I love the blast templates. I wanted to do a guard army, but with tanks, but at 120 pound a go, it was a bit expensive for me. Oh, right, I get you. Yeah. Can't remember with tanks, but at 120 a go, it was a bit expensive for me. Whereas that for a army box. And then Hayden says, even with 2, I already have. It's kind of lame. Yeah.
There probably are some very good conversion tutorials online, but like you said, with the fact that you're not buying them brand new, that will limit your possibilities of modification quite drastically.
I agree. Go.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say I agree with what you said earlier on about wanting to have a go at Tau. I always wanted to have a little crack at them.
Yeah, I definitely am staunchly against monopose models.
Yes, same, mate.
Because even though some Space Marines, like, well, actually, no, what I mean, some Space Marines, all Space Marines are monoposed, at least they could look, in the old ways, like, they used to look so different. You used to be able to customize so many of them. Like, the old trick of, you take the rocket launcher tactical Marine's arm and put it over a plasma gun, so it looks like he's covering his face when firing a plasma gun. Like, old tricks like that, you can't do anymore unless you actively.
Do you know what somebody said to me in a comment section? Somebody was 2 people or 3 people all arguing amongst themselves in the comment section of a video that I posted, and then one of them was saying about, like, oh, Kit Bash, like, Space Marines are more posable now than they used to be. I was like, mate, what crack are you smoking right now?
Yeah, where are you living?
What crack are you smoking? And then he said, it said there used to be more monopose, and I was like, what? Like, provide a source for this argument. He posted a picture of the old mini Marines from the 90s in that static pose. I was like, mate, could you post something that was like out of production maybe after 2000? Like, bro, you can't be using that. But on top of that, he was saying, someone said, and this is what I was going to mention, is oh, well, mainly the kit bash ability is that you can just, like, swap out the legs, and, like, the legs is the thing that's the thing that, you know, makes them more modular. But then I was like, hold up, pump the brakes a second. Do you understand the mathematical amount of extra possibilities of poses that presents to you when every single one of those 10 legs is interchangeable with every single one of those 10 torsos?
Yeah.
The cumulative mathematics on how many more, like, poses that gives you is astronomical.
Yeah, it's like one model I had is like, he had a bolt pistol out, extended up with one arm, and he had his bolter raised up, but, like, tucked in with no magazine. Cause he's run out of ammo. Oh, he switched to his pistol to fight. Awesome family. Most GW big tanks are £120 a box. Well, luckily we have somewhere we can go to get 25% off all GW miniatures.
Yeah, that's true. If you look in on my channel page, I've got a link that takes you to Red October Games, and through that link you can get all of your Warhammer for 25% off. It is literally the cheapest Warhammer in the world. Obviously we live in UK, so it's the cheapest in the UK, but it is in the world, but it is the cheapest out of everywhere in the UK, so you cannot find a better price for a new Warhammer anywhere in the world. And plus he gives a tiny little kickback, which I literally just use to buy treats for my dog. So there you go. Go for it.
That's one thing with the Tower Pathfinders I built. You have some good posing options. Yeah, there are some good posing options, but there's not a huge amount across the vast ranges like there used to be.
So yes, I actually do have a Discord. I literally just set it up the other day because I thought, you know, I'm going to get asked if I have a Discord. It's very fresh, mate, and there's not much in it, but yeah, I'm going to start maybe putting some stuff in it. So I can just talk to people. So yes, let me just get the link.
Yeah, like, it's very bare bones. We're probably just going to work on it as the time goes on. So
it's just called the Relics of War community. So how do I add people into this? This is the thing. I'm almost illiterate when it comes to Discord, but I'll figure it out. So invite to server.
So you can invite to server.
So how do I do this?
So at the bottom is a copy code. So if you just copy that code and post it in.
Oh yeah, I forget you can see my screen. Excellent. So I just copy and that's it. That's great. All right, I'll pop it in, guys. If you'd like to join, by all means join. Let's kick it off. So I'll pop it in here. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so here is the code to join it, guys. Please feel free. There you go. Excellent. We just got to build this nice little community. Just one good bloke at a time. Or, or lady.
Yeah. We're no Mordy and Glory.
We're no Mordy and Glory. No,
or
Paul
is bad at stuff.
Like, coming down the screen at all times, but yeah. That's the benefit for when you find that like a smaller channel. It's like I'll remember you by name, at least like up until like a point, and I'll actually say the stuff out loud without you having to pay money, and which it's not something that interests me at all, even if there was loads of you. Oh, so that's one thing with Tower Pathfinders I built. You had some good posing options. Yeah, it's a really lovely looking kit. Yeah, a real great amount of options in that one. So let's do this face. Are you ready, boys? Let's go in on it. I have a very basic way that I like to do all faces. I just Kislev flesh, Gilliman flesh, shade, and then Agrax it one to one with water, and then I pick up the highlights again with Kislev flesh, and I call it done. We just had a load of more people join. Hello guys, how you doing? This is Hobby with the Homies. We just talk shit on here. We make it feel like you're back in the day, sat in GW, sitting around getting some tips and stuff. We also have sections where people send their stuff in an email, and we have a look through it and see if we can help people improve with what little advice that we can give. Not tonight, we don't have, but sometimes in the future, on a semi-regular basis, we're going to have a Golden Demon winner, Mr. Gabriel Thorne, in here with us. A very lovely gentleman, and he'll be dispensing some higher level of advice than we can glean to give. So, by all means, stick around, join the Discord. I'll put the link in there. And we also are the home of the affiliation of Red October Games, where all of your Warhammer from now on can be 25% off, which is the best discount you can get anywhere in the world. So welcome, pull up a seat to the fire, sit down, crack a cold one, and paint some fucking minis, you fucking filthy animals.
Yeah, what he said. Put a pic in the Discord of my Get Bashed white scars.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Be pic. Oh, that trike looks amazing. The fact that you have the Sword Brethren shield on it as well.
Where's he on that hobby?
Yeah, in your Discord.
I got it. Yeah, I got it, man. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I'm gonna have a section that's just for people's crazy kit bashes. I'd love that. I'd love to feature that. Kit bashing is my favorite part of the hobby. I love it when you can make something out of nothing. Like, that's my favorite thing about the orcs, is making looted tanks and stuff like that. Feels like such a little victory, doesn't it? Let's have a good look at this.
Also, Wilson, real big question: do you really need two staplers?
Right. Have you got two different gauges of staples or something, bro? What's going on? I've got a heavy duty staple. He's got one for his foreskin, and he's got one for his.
Oh, nice. I think we're going a bit too far there.
Let's have a look. What you got in the background? No, that's great. That's so cool. I would have thought that's an official mini.
Yeah, that's actually what I like. So I do actually like the Outrider bikes for the Space Marines. When I saw them come out, I was like, they're actually really cool. Because they're like actual, like proper chunky bikes now.
And you see, one is his business stapler, the other is personal use.
I mean, the lighter turquoise one is definitely the business one.
That's you need a good staple for stapling your nipples. Oh.
I think we're gonna ban you drinking on the streams.
Ban me drink? I've got 1.5 little beers, brother. You ain't seen nothing, lad. Believe me.
I'm not actually allowed to be drinking anymore, so yeah.
Oh really? How come?
Yeah.
Can you explain why?
Bad liver.
Oh mate, I've got
bad liver
as well.
And a very heavy abuse of alcohol in my younger years.
Oh wow. I've got a bad liver as well. Mine's like defective. I only ever have like maximum 3 beers. I haven't actually been drunk in like a very long time.
Especially with the tea prices, mate. It's too much.
Yeah. The hangovers were just like astronomically horrendous.
Oh, the blue
like,
stapler is broken. Why did okay, the second question, why do you have a broken stapler? Is that just to prank people? And they say, oh, have you got a stapler? Oh, yeah, sure, there you go.
He's never sending a picture in again, this guy.
Sorry. It's just, I have questions. I see 2 staplers and I wonder, why do you have 2?
Yeah. What's that dome thing in the back as well? Oh well, we got to stop looking at people's backgrounds and you send pictures.
If you're going to send a photo in, you've got to make sure your background's clear.
It's like a clear background around here, lad.
It's like when Paul is bad at stuff. Does like the like you send in like your pile of shame and he reviews it and he comments of like, why is your desk dusty? But why do you have empty cans here? This is the thing to bear in mind is when you send people things in, things in the background will get noticed.
I can never show you guys the background of my desk. I'm so glad you can only see this little bit because the rest is not nothing to be proud of. You guys have some better, like, cleaner setups than me. I am chaotic as fuck.
Mine's just incredibly dusty at the moment. I just need to dust it down tomorrow.
I got fucking...
I'm surprised you didn't spot the orc in the background.
I did. I was looking at it.
Yeah. That looks like one of the old commando orcs. Just about making him out. I'm sitting on some mead to drink soon. Mead is lovely. I used to have a mate who used to...
I brewed mead.
Yeah, I had a mate who brewed it.
I was in my fucking Bilbo Baggins era, dude.
That's back when I was doing my Viking reenactments.
Oh, you do fucking... I've got a Viking sword, dude. I was thinking about getting into Viking reenactments.
It's good getting into it. I want to get back into it. The problem is I stopped when I was 21 because I tore my knee.
Damn, how'd you tear it?
Quite badly. And I didn't do it. I didn't tear it.
I tore my knee as well. What the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't tear it doing any reenactment fighting or any martial arts. I tore it by standing up.
Oh, damn. Well, it must have been off the back of more heavy physical activity, and then it just went. But that's crazy.
Yeah. Problem is, I suffer from hypermobility, so I'm more prone to tearing muscles.
Oh, right, okay.
So I sort of gave it up, and also my work was starting to pick up as well at the time. So yeah, I didn't get back into it. But looking back at it now, it's like, yeah, I miss it. But yeah, it is what it is. The round thing is just a speaker. Okay.
Oh, well, that's cool. Speaker. We'll let you off for that then. We'll let you off on that one. I blew my knee out. My knee's still fucked to this day. I was back when I was competing in MMA. I picked somebody up with a cable grip, which basically is where you lock your hands underneath their crotch and then you lift them up into the air to twist them to return them to the mat. But he spazzed out on top of me while I was on just one of my legs. He went the other way while I went the other way, and my knee just blew out. And it's never been the same since. and I was doing it for free, just for fun. So it's a dumbass idea. If anybody's got any aspirations of doing amateur MMA, just don't do it, man. It's not worth it. Used to be all I did with my life for years, and now I just regret ever doing it. So it's just such a fucking waste of time.
It can be fun, but
it's fun, yeah. But
when done properly,
yeah, you get nothing for it except fucking lifelong injuries. You get some good profile pictures out of it, though. That's about it. My biggest claim to fame with all that, and I don't really want to harp on about it because I feel like it's like humble bragging, but I am actually a British silver medalist in submission grappling. I actually went down to London to compete, and there's people from all over the world for that, and it was I managed to place second. Long time ago.
Yeah, one of the blokes at work, one of the delivery drivers, his daughter is she's in Team GP for judo.
Oh, cool. Judo's sick. Something I wish I did a bit more of. But
yeah, that's just a lot more
I'm not going to talk to
technique
you
fighting.
It's got nothing to do with this.
More Warhammer.
More Warhammer.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So,
I am actually
have you
training one of my friends for his MMA stuff, the debut at the minute, but that's
Oh. Have you played any of the other games that GW have done?
Me. So I've played a little bit of. Oh, I really like the Middle-earth strategy battle game. I think it's absolutely excellent.
Yes,
as a rule set.
I played it when the Hobbit came out. That was really fun. I played the Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. The Army of the Dead.
Easiest paint job ever. Spray white, wash green. Done.
yeah, a bit of dry brush. Oh yeah, it's like the Necrons of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'd love to get a bit more into it. So Wilson says, what could Games Workshop do to get you back into 40k? Oh, what a question, Wilson! What a question!
Basically,
you've lit a fire inside of me.
Rewind everything back to 4th edition.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
yeah. You could just put a full stop on that.
If you don't believe me, Mordian Glory, he did a video of where they basically did battle reports in 4th edition. It's so much more fun. It's so much more fun 4th edition. It was the pinnacle of Warhammer.
I think if you were to even boil it down into something, into another way of saying it, basically make it a bloody game again. Make it a fun game again. Forget about making it balanced, dude. Forget about making it competitive aligned so it works in a competitive tournament and then you can turn it into a fucking esport. Forget all that shit, all that whole philosophy. Make it fun again. Make fucking random shit happen. Make it moment orientated rather than outcome orientated.
That is one thing I miss about playing my orcs using the shock attack gun. It was great because as playing orcs, you didn't know what was going to happen. Your opponent didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah. So strategy just went out the window.
It's wonderful.
It was amazing playing them.
I think another thing that they could do, the thing that would, if they really still were doing it now, I'd be all in from right now. I mean, from one simple change. If they were to just, I say this all the time, I don't want to feel like a broken record, but obviously there's new people in here. If they switch to alternating activations, I'm all in. I'm all in. I mean, we could sit here and say, oh, we want them to change these things about the models and how they release them and all that stuff, but you know, that'd be like trying to wish for bloody pigs to come with polka dots on. You know what I mean?
Like the thing for me is, I'm definitely a mechanic player. I like good mechanics in the game. I like it when it melds well, when things work, and I enjoy that aspect of the game. And I miss the upgrading squads. I miss adding certain weapons onto certain squads. I do miss that. Which is why, Trench Crusade, really hit the mark for me was because it's not like you're buying a squad. You're buying an individual guy. Well, they got to equip that guy to give him a weapon, and now he's got that designated job. Of, are you going to give him a bow action rifle to sit on an objective and take pot shots? Are you going to give him a grenade and a combat weapon to try and be a little bit more close quarters with him? I love that aspect of the model's the same, but how you equip them changes their role on the field drastically.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, Runaway 5 says, yeah, disregard competition. Absolutely, man. I mean, first and foremost, you need to be a fun game. That needs to be the paramount thing.
Like, don't get me wrong, competition is always going to be in anything. Like, there's competitional walking. They're like instead of like sprinting a certain distance, you have to walk a certain distance. Like, competition is in human nature. We always want to compete.
There's like, I don't know, I can't remember what the website's called, but there's a porn website that has a ranked section where you compete for like the amount of times you fapped in a month. People compete over anything, brother. What's it called, brother? It might have been a joke or something. It's called like something fat ranked. Like, dude, we've got to get our ELO up tonight, bro. You can't be letting me down. You need to
work on your PR a little bit.
Brother, ain't no PR on a stream with 6 blokes in. Ain't no PR, bro.
That's just out of nowhere. But yeah, point proven. The human race will compete over anything. So competitions is innately will happen. But the problem is the core game needs to be fun to bring people in. The problem is the core people who have come in have been playing it for fun. Oh, there's competitions. What will they do? Those competitions. And the problem is the competitive players are the loudest voice in a minority of players.
Yeah, 100%. So,
unfortunately, GW will listen to them because they're the ones going to the tournament, spending all of the money. They're the ones
physically
like elbow deep in the hobby. So
they're not listening to Joe and Andy who meet up on the kitchen table once a month.
No. To them, those are the ones that they don't want. They don't want the people who play like 2-3 games a year. They want people who will play new games, buy new models, buy everything that comes out.
And that toxic buying habits of a competitive player are something that is very attractive for someone who wants to sell as many models as possible. He likes to change the rules to make them valid. They're not valid, so they're buying a new army every other bloody week.
Yeah. We have names for them. I don't know about you, but we used to call them credit card warriors.
Credit card warriors, that's great.
Yeah, because, new army comes out, new meta, boom, they just bought a brand new army. And you're there with your pocket money, your summer job that you just about managed to keep going, and you're just like, well, I can afford a new box of something I like rather than a meta. Now, don't get me wrong, a meta has always been in 40k. It's always been the good thing to have, but now it feels like a mandatory choice rather than I don't feel like playing it. It's like you either have to play meta or you're not having fun.
I also feel like the meta, what that used to be, the meta used to be like organically found over the course of an edition, instead of like the edition gets released, the rules gets released, and within a week all the most powerful lists are readily available to be copied on the internet. Like, that's something that never used to be the case in older editions. Like, people would figure out, oh yeah, this is the thing that it's to take because it's just generally better. But now it's just the level that the information's passed around and the way people view the game in terms of how fucking schneedy and sweaty they get with it is on a whole nother level. A meta exists anywhere there is competition. Yeah, of course, it does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can't get away from
Olympic
it.
events are the best way to prove that. I know it's a different scale, but they all do things exactly the same way because that's the most optimal way of doing it. There's little changes, but everyone plays by the same strokes.
You can't get away from there being a meta, but leaning into systems that prop them up being a meta is the crime, really. actually put that on. I need to do some fucking metallics. No, that's my clip belcher. Oh. Okay. It's great. We've had a good number of lads sitting in on this one tonight. It's been very good. Very nice.
Yeah, and some new faces we haven't seen before, so that makes everything...
It's wonderful. It beats just me and you.
Yeah.
I love the idea. I don't know how you have... okay, so Hayden Lassiter said, that's why I chose Tau purely based on what looked cool to me. I didn't want to be influenced. Yeah, mate, you've done it the right way, bro. That's exactly, actually. Because it'll come around. What goes around comes around. The meta will eventually land to you, even if you cared about that.
Tabletop version of Dawn of War would be cool. It would
be cool. It would be cool. Oh, there's a fella. I met a fella who had 3D printed all the Dawn of War style buildings for the Astra Militarum and the Space Marines. So you could like play on a board and have like that would be great. That'd be such a cool game mode. I'm surprised they haven't done that. Seems like it would be more or less straightforward.
Yeah, it just seems to be they really just want to distance themselves from Dawn of War. Yeah,
it's funny that because they changed the way that the gameplay works for those games like a few games ago.
Yeah, it's a very inconsistent series.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't liked it since the original Dawn of War and its predecessing DLCs that it brought out, like Soulstorm and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why people like Dawn of War 2. It plays a lot more like... No, but it definitely plays more like Company Heroes, and I can see why people like that. Just, it wasn't for me.
Yeah, same. So I only have one long-term goal, which is to have at least one copy of every Tau unit I can get my hands on. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, Zorphammer does it on
May
YouTube,
I interest you to the Manta Flyer?
Oh, the Manta.
Don't do it.
Hey, you can
I've only ever seen one of them, and it was painted to look like Tron. So it was just spray paint black with one edge highlighting of a blue, and that was it. And you have spent all that money on the Manta Claw Flyer. Is it Manta Claw Flyer?
Tron it. It's like $2,000 or something, isn't it?
I have heard of that one. Yeah, it's a. The problem is, it's so old that it doesn't go together very well. Although, flip side, I've seen someone online. I've seen people use it as a kill team board. It's that big. You can play kill team on it.
Wow, that's awesome. It's like, oh my god, what? Honey, what have you done? You've spent £2,000 on one Warhammer model. Actually, it doubles up as a board as well, so it's pretty good value, actually. I might also skip the town art because it's so big you have to buy it in chunks. Oh, mate, there's so many. I know if you might want to stick to the Games Workshop ones and all, whatever, but there is so many good stand-ins for that town art supremacy suit. Also in game, that thing has been really lackluster in performance. Bear with me, lads. Okay, yeah, you just print the town art. Yeah, man, print the town art, get a 3D alternative. So, I've just noticed we're just creeping up to 10:30 at night. I'm probably gonna have to wrap this up in a few minutes time. Yeah, it's everything's starting to wind down here. Get him. Baby's asleep. Mr. Tweed's gone for another shit, I think.
No, I'm still here. I was just bringing up the Tau. I was bringing up the Tau Manta, and I'm like, yeah, this thing makes the Thunderhawk gunships look small. Like, to put it in perspective, it literally transports an entire army to a battlefield. Like, the thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, but Hayden says painting it sounds like a nightmare. You'd have to get like an actual decorating brush, like for walls. Get a decorating roller and just roll that shit on. We've actually, I'm just about to wind down. We've just got the highest concurrent viewers of the whole stream.
Oh, I don't know why is it always happens. So the Tau Mentor wingspan is 34 inches.
Wow. That's unbelievable. That's like egregious. That's like at the point, like, why does that even exist? It is brilliant though.
So it's almost 3 foot.
A decent flying transport for my Astra Militarum.
Yeah. Oh, there used to be an old Forge World. There used to be an old Forge World one that used to transport tanks. Basically, it was like the Vertibirds, but it had instead of the engines on the side, it had one big engine behind. It kind of looked like the Typhoon, the Harrier plane.
All right, Mr. Tweed, I've got to ask you a question, and this may confirm a theory I have in general about Warhammer players, right? Were you, when you were of the age, were you in Army Cadet?
No.
No, were you not? That's such a crossover I've noticed, dude. A crossover between 3 things, right? Having been to Army Cadets, playing Airsoft, and then liking Warhammer. If you are at a Airsoft thing and you say a Warhammer reference, everybody gets it. It's a funny little crossover. Those two worlds collide. You ever played Airsoft?
No. I played paintball, like when I went to my mate's party. But Airsoft is something that definitely I wanted to have a look into. It's one of the main driving factors of me wanting to learn to drive, so I can go out and play.
Oh,
my mate in Bristol.
I used to own a Milsim team.
Nice.
That was really fun.
My mate in Bristol plays. So like I might just go down with him one day and play.
There's these really big events called Sterling Airsoft, and they are ran by ex-SAS guys, and they're like super hyper realistic. They last for days on end. Everybody's like all in character, pretending to be like Taliban and stuff like that. And in the middle of the night, you can be like in one of the buildings, and somebody will just blow your door off with some pyrotechnics and run in and shoot you while when you're in your sleeping bag. It's great. Flashbangs flying around, mortars, vehicles, big like armored vehicles like dropping you in at hot spots and stuff. It is really good fun, to be fair. Something I'd say is like should be a bucket list for every military interested person to just do one of those big Milsim events.
Yeah, I definitely know that I would be huge into Airsoft. I would have to actively limit myself. I'm aware I am actively looking at airsoft guns at the moment now.
I've got a really hyper upgraded MP5 that I must have sunk about 800 quid into that.
And a Lee Enfield Mark IV with sniper scope is £670.
So we've got 2 people in the chat right now that used to go to Army Cadets or Air Cadets. It's true, there is a crossover with people who went to Cadets and like Warhammer or Airsoft. Yeah. I've noticed this.
One of them is Air Cadets, he doesn't.
Yeah, well, they got to do all that. They actually got to do better stuff than we did in the Army Cadets, apparently. They got to shoot more guns and stuff, which makes no sense. You should be fucking, I don't know, flying gliders and talking about wind speed and shit like that. We should be shooting the guns and riding in tanks and that.
Yeah. Although for me, talk about airsoft guns, the one annoying thing for me is I actively have to shoot left-handed.
Oh, right. Okay. Are you left-handed?
No, I'm right-handed. I have an overstretched optic nerve in my right eye, so everything out of it is just a blur. So I have to shoot left-handed.
Damn.
Which is why if I do this, I'm investing very heavily into very good eye pro, because one functioning eye, can't afford to lose it.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I used to have proper fucked up eyes, but I got a laser eye surgery. Is that something that would fix that?
No, because it's the optic nerve.
Alright, that's deep.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
The opticians basically think it was stretched like either when I was very young or at birth, which is why like I've gone through life with no real problems with it. But in theory, it means I have no depth perception because I just see everything with one eye. Which means, yes, if I do look down, I do see one side of my nose the whole time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to see what I'm like, just close one eye and look down, and that's what I constantly see. That's why whenever I look down, I just look.
Which one is it? Right or your left? Sorry.
My right eye is the
so you're just seeing a snack on the right at all times.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So yeah, depth perception would be well off.
Yeah, it's so bad that when I was working retail, I had to tell my staff, if you want to hand me something on my right side, either tell me you're there or I will not see you. Someone tested it. They stood there for 5 minutes as I was reorganizing a shelf. I did not see them.
What's they tested it?
It wasn't until I stood up and looked that way, I was like, oh, how long have you been there for? It's like about 5 minutes. I was like, oh, do you want something? It's like, no, I just wanted to see how blind you were. I was like, yeah, did not see you at all.
And now you're fucking fired.
Yeah. Oh god, I did that to someone as a joke.
Oh really? Oh, what did you not take it right?
No, I was an assistant manager in the retail store I was in, and this customer was just being a bitch, and nothing we would do would please her. It was one of those.
Right. And
she was just like, I want him fired, blah, 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 blah. I was like, all right, Vincent, you're fired. And Vincent's just looking at me like, what? I was like, hey, Vincent, I just heard you got fired. I've got a position open if you want it. Do you think you can start now? I went, oh, yeah, I can start now. I was like, good lad.
Same pay, yeah, same pay.
Yeah, I look back at her and I'm like, cool, I did what you wanted. It's like, no, you didn't. It's like, yeah. Didn't say anything about rehiring him.
That's brilliant.
I was a bastard in retail.
I'm just a bastard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, I could buy a Sten gun.
Sten gun? I love this. I can imagine you rocking up in like full like World War II British regalia with the bloody Sten gun and all that.
It's the real early one with the bicycles, like what they called the bicycle guns with the stamped metal stock. That's not too bad. £179 for that.
Okay.
Now I'm going to stop looking at these because I can feel my wallet getting lighter.
Usually those like historical or really thematic ones usually are absolutely shit internal.
Well, luckily I have a 3D printer, so I can print my own.
I got like really weirdly into teching the fuckers and like making them, upgrading them, and swapping the bits out, and that is the whole rabbit hole you can go down with that. Wilson Family Junior says, when you next on live? If you make sure you're subscribed, mate, the scheduled stream will pop up, like it'll let you know. You'll be able to go on and see when the next one's scheduled for. If what we on, is it Friday night tonight? It is Friday night. I'm not sure when exactly the next time is, but you will be able to find that out at some point tomorrow. So
I think at the moment you don't have like very fixed streaming times.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out really. I think maybe me and you need to have a talk about that, and I need to figure out exactly what's a good time for Gabe Thorne, because he said he's 100% up for doing it on a regular basis, but it's just the exact when and where's. It's all about fixing it around life, and but it's probably a couple of times a week at least. These are pretty easy for me to do. I mean, ideally this is what I'm doing even if I'm not streaming it, so talking to people at the same time is perfectly fine for me, whether it's just me by myself or whatever. But I like the idea of there being at least two voices, because it feels like more of a conversation. It's a lot easier since there's somebody else there to talk to. But guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up there. We've been going for 3.5 hours.
Jesus, that doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, we're going 3.5 hours, and it's been great, guys. Honestly, I'm very appreciative.
And we got barely any painting done.
We didn't even do the hobby hot take section, but we'll save it. We've got loads of them to go through anyway. So yeah, thank you very much, everybody who's in there. I'm going to drop the Discord link in, guys. Get in on the Discord link, and I can liaise with you, and maybe give you a heads up when the next one's going to be and what we're getting up to and stuff like that. But yeah, welcome to the community, guys, and thank you very much for joining me. Anything you'd like to say before I knock it off, Mr. Tweed?
Yep, if you haven't already, drop a subscribe, hit the bell icon, 5-star this video as well. Don't think anyone will remember that.
Smash that fucking like button.
Yeah. But yeah, it does help right out. I'm just here for the ride.
Hell yeah, guys. Alright, dudes. Have a nice night, guys. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.